One that the Aces will face the challenge from an undefeated Olney team, which is trying to make school history. A team that was 0-9 a year ago. They are an amazing 5-0 this year and atop the LIC standings. They share first place with is on the other side of the football tonight, the Mount Carmel Golden Aces, who have never lost in the LIC. How can you imagine a bigger matchup? The team that's never lost, a team that wants a win so very badly against their ancient rivals. Hello again, everybody. Along with Kyle Peach, I'm Scott Allen. That's the setup for tonight. Week 6 and 2, conference undefeateds going at it.
Yeah, it's kind of fun, right? The inanimate object against the immovable force. Something's going to give here tonight in this one. Only the favorite, according to the Cal Preps projection, 38-31. Mount Carmel, though, too, is also playing for its playoff livelihood a little bit. These next 2 weeks are critical. I think everybody in Aces Nation knows we need to get to 6 wins to assure ourselves a spot in the playoffs. We're halfway there, but we've only got 4 games left. So you got to find some wins along the way, either tonight or next week, preferably both, to keep the LIC streak going. But it's a pivotal time of the season these next couple of weeks, and it starts here tonight at home for Mount Carmel.
Only a couple times in your life you're ever going to experience a team going from worst to potentially first. Olney is in the middle of that story right now. Can they finish it? Well, the next few weeks will tell. They have to play the KZ Westfield Ball Club as well, too, before their regular season is out. But they are 5-0 after being 0-9, and there are a lot of things that are working this year that just completely did not work last year for Luke's team.
Well, no doubt about it. And I got the chance to talk to Coach Carmody before the game tonight, class act, and very complimentary of what Mount Carmel does and how they have been treated here through the years. But this is a team that had a lot of expectations in Olney last year where they went 0-9, but they had a key injury in their quarterback, Gavin Cawthorn, missed his entire sophomore season because of a hip impingement injury. And so that kind of derailed things from the start for them. They've got him back. He's just a junior, which is also a problem for the future for teams in the LIC. And he's the defending 2023 state long jump champion. I don't know what it is about the LIC and track championships. Had one last week. Olney's got one tonight. But this Cawthorn kid is the real deal, and he's got a good line to go with him.
It really does. And listen to the dimensions of this front line. I'll just give you some weight totals, okay? The smallest is the center at 190. Then you go 350 guard, 270 guard, 315 tackle, 260 tackle, and not just weights, but then you've got a Toman in there, Casey Toman, which is 6'7", and he's playing up front. So not only, and they're going to be two-way performers, many of these kids on the line. So utter hugeness for the Olney Tigers.
Well, and Scott, how about this? We've talked about the mystique of Mount Carmel walking down the Riverview Stadium hillside steps. They're doing that now. We've talked about how teams have kind of sheltered themselves away from the hype. Olney is on the field, and they're gathered together in one end zone, and they're watching the whole spectacle from the corner. They're not going to be intimidated tonight. Boy, this is going to be a fun one here at the Snake Pit.
Both teams playing that game, but the fact is the Tigers are kind of taking this all in. Most coaches just keep their kids away from all this so they don't even see it. But they're going to face the music right then and there, and that's, it could be psychologically a great move on the part of Luke Carmody. Boy, you think back of some of the great players that we've seen in this Olney Mount Carmel series, and I keep thinking of Olney, obviously. I get to see Mount Carmel every week. But some of the great kids we've seen, some of the great coaches, Mike Wilson in the past, and yet all those great Mike Wilson teams, and the last time they've won a game against Mount Carmel is 1982.
How about this great stare down? Olney in the corner of the end zone, the same corner Mount Carmel runs to run through onto the field. Kind of a stare down moment, in essence, right here at the start of the game tonight. This is fun. This is going to be a wild night here tonight. It has all the feels of a great ball game here tonight between two ancient rivals.
And it's the first of back-to-back challenges for Mount Carmel next week there at KZ Westfield. As we mentioned, Mount Carmel an underdog going into tonight. They are 7-point underdogs. The projected final 38-31. We are seated right behind the visiting sections. And by the way, Olney's traveling well this week. They've done a good job of bringing Richland County south to Mount Carmel. And meanwhile, the Mount Carmel fans are still kind of getting into the stands. There's been a lot of tailgating going on, and Olney's brought sound effects with them and everything, huh?
Yeah, they've got flags, they've got a big horn, and The Tigers now have stormed down the sideline of Riverview Stadium here a couple of minutes before the start of this one. And, hey, we also want to get out there that the series history, 56, 22, and 3, the Aces are all-time. 28 and 10 all-time here at home. And, again, since 1973, Mount Carmel is 36 and 1. The Aces have won 27 straight. That ties for the longest all-time active win streak in Aces history. The win streak over Carmel also sits at 27 right now. So an Aces win tonight puts this at the longest streak we've ever had against one opponent.
And in a weird sort of way, that makes probably Carmel our biggest fan tonight. That'll get
Right.
them out of the record book.
Right.
They won't mind being, oh, we don't even play the Bulldogs anymore.
Yeah, there you go.
So that's the setup for tonight's game. Mount Carmel clad in their home uniforms tonight, featuring not the throwbacks, but the maroon tops with the Vegas gold numerals and the Vegas gold pants and the famous gold helmets with Aces on them. The Tigers are in the road whites with the black numerals trimmed in orange, and their famous black helmets as well with the orange in script on the helmets.
Got the little orange paw print right on the side of the helmet there to the Tigers.
So when this series resumed in 2022, there was a ton of hype about that game, and it was just a couple of years ago. And boy, Olney, it was a theatrical show. They trotted out the 82 team and honored them. And it wasn't a Hall of Fame thing. They just brought them out to be there for that special occasion. They thought they might have some teammates join them, but that wasn't to be. And then last year wasn't really a ball game. So this year, this could be a ball game.
Yeah, no doubt. It could be a fun night. You know, they brought back that 82 victorious team back in 22, and you know, Mount Carmel with the induction ceremony of the Hall of Fame here tonight as well, kind of a ceremonial night. These two have celebrated some big successes through the years against one another, and somebody's walking away with a big feather in their cap here in about 4 quarters from now.
All right, the starting lineups are being introduced to the home crowd here tonight. In fact, that reminds us we need to get to one of our pregame segments, the starting lineups. Brought to you by, in the memory of the Sports Booster co-founder H.D. White and his wife Helen. Let's run down the offensive lineup. It begins up front with his center, number 71, sophomore Aiden Reynolds. At guard, number 63, senior Reed Stinson. And the other guard spot, number 52, a name we've mentioned more and more as this year has gone on, junior Braden Mason. At tackle, number 51, junior Sam Strockbine. And a freshman on the front line, number 70, Keegan Linson. At quarterback is number 3, the sophomore Shane Metter in his first year at the helm. In the backfield, the fullback is number 5, junior Elliot Akery, the player we featured tonight on the pregame show. Running back joining with him, another senior, Tobias Fulop, number 38. Running back number 9, senior Andrew Militoni. And the wideout, number 10, junior Lorette Andrews. Now the defensive lineup for the Aces up front. At tackle, number 42, junior Azariah Downing. The tackles, the ends on the defensive front are number 51, junior Sam Strockbine, number 63, senior Reed Stinson, rather. Now to your backer core on the outside, number 2, senior Stalecki Militoni, and number 4, junior Jack Webb. Inside, number 5, junior Elliot Akery, and number 41, sophomore Jackson Kling. Down to the DBs. On the corners, number 9, senior Andrew Militoni, and that sophomore number 3, Shane Metter. And at safety spots, number 1, junior Xander Bader, and number 38, senior Tobias Fulop. Starting lineups brought to you by the White Family Trust in memory of Sports Booster co-founder H.D. White and his wife, Helen.
Time now for the opening kickoff, brought to you by Corwin Printing. Discover the quality difference a professional printer can make. Aces kicking to the Tigers to begin what will be, we think, a pretty wild night at the Snake Pit. Nobody else better to tell you about it than the Hall of Fame voice of the Golden Aces, Scott Allen.
So Mount Carmel has won since 1982. Granted, they didn't play for 16 years while Mount Carmel was away in Indiana in the Big 8. But it's been a long time since the Tigers have beaten the Aces. What will happen tonight? There's a relatively short kick. It'll bound in front of the back at around the 35, and very little yardage on the return. Aces had that covered throughout, so Olney will set up shop at about their own 38-yard line.
Well, it'll be fun to see what the Tigers want to do here on their opening drive. Gavin Cawthorn, their junior quarterback, 36 of 56 through the air for 662 yards. He's also carried it 69 times for 750. Only been picked twice, has thrown 10 touchdowns. through the air as well. This is a potent offense. We'll see how the Aces adjust.
They are a spread team, and they come out with receivers two by two on the receiver core. And it's Cawthorn in the slot in the shotgun. Hands it off. Dirk Welks on the first carry. Takes a loss on the play. Good coverage by the Aces over to their left. Loss of 2.
Yeah, that's their second back. Dirks Weiler, 67 carries for 488 yards and 6 touchdowns.
So Weiler got the first carry. He's one of their workhorses out there. They do like to throw the ball. However, at the heart of it, they still want to run the ball like everybody else to create the openings for their wide-out skill people. Again, receivers 2 by 2, and the quarterback in the shotgun. One setback, and the Aces jumped, I think.
I think so.
On the right side, maybe?
We bit up front. And offsides on the defense will give the yards back that the Tigers lost on first down, and a couple more to go on top of that. So a mistake early here for the Aces.
So a short 2nd and 8, a long 2nd and 7, let's call it. And line of scrimmage now the 41-yard line. The Tigers go from right to left here as we start this game. We're just underway. Olney won the tip. They chose offense. 2 receivers, in fact, trips to the left side now. Man in motion, left to right. Quarterback in the shotgun and hands it off. Ball carrier on his first carry of the night is, that was Cawthorn, the quarterback, who kept it to the right side to around the 44.
But a flag came down from the referee on the backside of the play. Typically a hold. We'll see what the official word is here. That flag sits back at around the 37-yard line. They do here with the penalty. A long discussion here between the officials on that penalty.
Illegal formation. How about that?
Well, we're not ever going to play the second down of this series, are we? That'll give the 5 yards back to the Aces that they gave up on that penalty. So now back to a 2nd and long situation.
That's a 10-yard walk-off to the 34, too. So now it's like 2nd and 25.
Well, is it that far?
Oh, no, 15. I'm sorry.
Like 2nd and 15.
Yeah, my bad. 2nd and 15 from the 34. And now the Tigers take the time in the huddle. Play clock is, it's not a factor. Still just under 20. There comes Cawthorn in with the play from the sidelines.
Not very often can you say you've played a minute of a game and run one play.
All right.
And now, whistles again.
Now the officials, 2 of them, are converging to talk things over while everybody else is standing around.
I wonder if it has to do with the walk-off because, to me, I thought it was a 5-yard penalty. And if it's a 5-yard penalty, it should have gone back to where it was before and not 2 more yards back. It should be like 2nd and 13 here, I think. If I'm
should be the 36 you're saying then? Instead of the 40, what was it, the 41? Should go back to the 46, right?
Well, the 41 was the original line of scrimmage, and then they lost 3 yards on first down. So it would be 2nd at the penalty, then they got the penalty.
Yeah,
so it should be 2nd and 13, which it is now.
Yep. So they've got it corrected. Man in motion. Here's Cawthorn back in the shotgun. Wants to throw.
All day.
And now he's rolling to the left. Plenty of time. Throws on the run. Incomplete for a diving receiver in Mount Carmel territory at the 45-yard line. On the intended pattern that time was in Pianfetti. But it just came up short to him as he rolled trying to get it. Incomplete 3rd down.
Pianfetti is the number 1 target for Cawthorn in the receiving corps for the Tigers. 20 catches, 397 yards, 4 touchdowns. He averages about 20 yards per reception. But that one drops incomplete. Now a 3rd and long for this Tiger offense.
So now they have 2 receivers out to the left side, and they're stacked up on the right side. Again out of the shotgun, and this time Cawthorn rolls to his left. Can't escape a tackle, and he did. He got out of a leg tackle. Now he's got running room to the 50, 45. That's going to be a first down. How in the world did he get out of that? I don't know. But it's a first down. Great effort by the quarterback.
Well, that's the speed. That's the athleticism of Gavin Cawthorn. He takes it from certain doom and turns it into a first down. It looked like that was going to go for another loss. Instead, it's into Aces territory and a first down Tigers.
So the line of scrimmage now, the Mount Carmel 43-yard line. Just underway here. We've played not even 2 minutes. And Olney has moved the chains. Receivers both ways in that spread. One setback, and now he gets the handoff. That's Weiler over the right guard, and it got a yard maybe, and that's about it. Maybe a loss in the play.
Well, I think he. Where
oh, no, they're going to mark him up a little bit. Yeah,
there we go.
To the 43, so really nothing. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, no gain on the play there. Weiler has found the goings rough. It has been Cawthorn who has created the big play so far for Olney. 2nd down 10, no gain officially on that play.
Reed Brown is one of the wideouts. He also is a tight end. They use him both ways. He's 6'6", 205, so not just Toman has height. So does Brown. Now the receivers split again, one man in motion, and there is the handoff. Nope, yep, that's Pianfetti on the carry. On the counterback, tried to get to the jet, and he's brought down really at the line of scrimmage again.
Yeah, maybe a loss of 1, I think, by the time they do officially mark that ball. So Pianfetti loses a yard on the play. 3rd and 11 now for the Tigers. Another 3rd and long. Can the Aces stop them here?
Mount Carmel trailed Paris last week 21-12 and came back from behind to win it 34-27. Now here are the Tigers again setting up 2 receivers both ways.
Play clock at 7.
And here, he's going to get brought down. He throws the ball at the last minute. It's a completed pass, but in the backfield, and it goes nowhere. We're bringing him down for a loss at the 50. How he even got the pass off is beyond me. We had him dead to rights, and the quarterback threw the ball at the last minute. Was that Kling on pressure?
It looked like it. It does not go as a sack, but it goes as a completed pass for a loss of 5 yards on the play. Who caught that ball?
Well, you know what? I didn't even look. I was watching Kling about bring him down. He had him in a leg tackle, but he made that pass, and it was a completed pass in the up the football. Yeah, 4th down and about 15.
Oh!
High snap, but the punter gets the kick away in time. And Mount Carmel will let it. Well, it's going to go out of bounds. Let's see where the officials walk up and mark it. Somewhere around the 20, maybe. And they're going to settle on the 23-yard, nope, 24, 25, 26. Do the geometry. Stops there at 26. All right.
So
you're going to get the crew lined up to her?
Yeah, well, just getting hold of a roster here somewhere. I thought I had a copy, and then I couldn't find mine. But the punter is Ryan Kirby, and he used all 5'11" of that frame to haul in that very, very high snap.
Jerry Jenks is the head of the crew tonight. Former Wabash Valley College radio TV student, right?
There you go.
From a long time ago.
Albion, or Edwards County native at least, and he is right in the heart of this battle between Wabash and Richland counties over in Edwards County. 1st and 10 Aces here.
And they set it down 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. And there's Shane Metter handing up. Ball carrier over left side, gets 1 or 2. And on the first carry of the day is Elliott Acree.
Acree gets a couple of yards on the carry. Obviously Mount Carmel's leading rusher. He is 6th in rushing yards in Southern Illinois this year. 685 yards in total coming in. Give him 3 on his first touch of the day.
Last week he had 180 yards plus on the ground. He'll be the lone setback. Metter under center. Double wing set. 2nd and 7. And the call. And the handoff. Ball carrier slides left side over the left tackle spot. And it's Elliott Acree again. Another gain. It's going to be 3rd and about 3.
Yeah, give him 4 yards on the play. 3, now 4. 3rd down, manageable here for the Aces on their opening drive. Tiger fans going to be noisy all night, partner. It's going to be, they want this one in the worst way.
If there is a chink in the armor, it appears to be on defense on Olney.
That's what we're hearing. They've given up a lot of points. They score a lot of points, but they've given up a few too.
Man in motion, and here is a handoff. And trying to find running room, and not much to find. It'll be 4th down. The ball carrier is stopped short. And that is Elliott Acree again. Now, he did make progress. It's going to be a long one, maybe 2. And it's 4th down, the first one of the game for the Aces.
Well, and the Aces and quarterback Shane Metter still out there. 4th and a long one, maybe closer to 2 yards to get here. So really, Acree got about 1 yard on that play. That sequence, that last play, seemed to take a little too long to get Elliott headed upfield.
Big play. Let's see what the Aces come up with. Red Andrews checks out wide to the right side. Double wing set. Metter under center. Hands it off. Ball carrier Hickory's
Slips.
tripped up. Did he make it? Still
Yes.
plowed forward. I think he did.
Yes.
He was almost tripped up for a loss, but he kept his balance over the left side and may have made it.
First down signal already. Move the sticks. First and 10 Pens Bowling Center. First down for Mount Carmel and Acre.
How about that? A fourth down conversion, no less. New set of downs to the 41. That's Mount Carmel football in 2024. Inch our way down the field. And that's why we're not going to score 56 points in a game. We may just score 35 and dominate. Who knows?
Here's what we're going to do. We're going to do it, and we're going to chug it right down the field.
All right, let's see what we come up with here. Again, Andrews checks out wide to the right side. Double wing set. One of those wings is in motion, and they hand off this time to the ball carrier. And a slide over the left side. Was it Shane Metter?
Yeah.
Yep, on the carry. And over the 45 to the 46. Nice chunk, maybe 5, maybe 6. Now let's call it 5 on the first play.
Yeah, biggest carry of the night for the Aces comes from the quarterback, Shane Metter. Coming in, had carried it 49 times for 220 yards. That's a 4.5 yard per carry average. Gets 5 there. Second down, 5.
Line of scrimmage, the 46-yard line. Beautiful Riverview Stadium. Aces send one receiver out wide to the left side. That's Andrews again, man in motion. And this time it's a jet sweep counterback. There's Militoni with a call. Didn't get to the edge, though. They mostly worked it inside. He gained progress, well, just shy of the 50. Called the 49. It's going to be third and about 1.
Yeah, Andrew Militoni, first carry of the game. And it'll be a 3rd and 1 here for the Aces. And so 4 yards there for Militoni on his opening carry. Just his 8th touch of the season carrying the football, but averages almost 10 yards per carry this year for the Aces. Got 4 that time.
The nose of the football just shy of pan now. The Aces go back to work. Kling's in the backfield now. He gets the call, powering over left guard, pushes his way to the first down into Olney territory to around the 47.
I mean, there is no doubt about that. Kling gets the first down across the 49 where he had to get to the 48. Give him 3. Move the chains. First and 10 Pens Bowling Center, first down. Go to the heavy back that time, and Kling delivers.
And Kling certainly did last week, over 130 yards against Paris. An outstanding 1-2 combo last week in that backfield between Acre and Kling. And there's just enough of a different kind of running style and different size effect that really makes that offense on those inside runs kind of really hum along. Now we can just get the outside. Oh, I think a misplay there. Metter turned one way, then the other, and decided to take it himself and gets a couple of yards to the 46. I think something went awry there.
Yeah, it looked like either he was really trying a great fake, or something didn't go exactly according to plan, but still turned it into a 2-yard gain. Did Metter. The Aces have yet to be tackled for a loss on this opening drive. Metter kind of shaking his hand a little bit after he gets up out of that pile. Second down and 8 now.
That's second and long, and that can happen if you just make a simple mistake. When you're a ground and pound team, sometimes that can ruin a whole possession. Let's see what happens. And here is a handoff, and the ball carrier slides to the line, only gets about a yard, kind of slipped out a little bit, Jackson Kling, and now it's third and long.
Yeah, kind of slipped out. You called it right, partner. Kind of slid out on the turf there. Gets maybe a couple. Call it third and about 6. Long 6, short 7 for the Aces. Third and long. Obviously 4-down territory here if it was a moment ago for Mount Carmel.
Line of scrimmage just inside the Olney 45. First quarter, no score in this game. Olney eventually gave up the football on a punt. The Aces stopped their first drive. And then have converted on 1 4th down. Now it's third and long. Dual setbacks, and the handoff is to Kling. And he's from left half back and gained some yardage, but now it's going to be 4 and 5, maybe 6.
Yeah, he picked up maybe a couple, so they're just now setting that down box. It looks like the ball will be spotted at around the 42. Call it 4th and 4 now for the Aces. This is the longest 4th down of the 2 the Aces have tried to make a gain on.
Another 4th down conversion now. One setback, double wing set, receiver to the left side. Metter did not draw Olney off. He steps back up to the line to run the play now. Under center, man in motion. Hands it off. Ball carrier slides right side. Powers his way near the marker.
Nope.
I don't think he made it, but he's close.
They are stopping the play to take a look. They will spot the football, and he's about a yard short. The Tiger defense questioned a little bit coming into this one. Gets a fourth down stand there, denies the Aces a first down. The Tigers will take over on downs, and we've got a player shaken up.
Yep, I don't know if it's a cramp already or what is going on.
That does not look.
Examining the left leg.
Does not look like a cramp would typically look.
Nope.
Can't get a number yet, but I would assume, looking at the body type, it's one of the linemen for the Aces that's shaken up.
So the Aces stopped Olney in their first possession, and that is Mason, Braden Mason.
Well, the Aces,
they're helping him out.
Can ill afford to lose anybody, especially a guy the caliber of Mason, number 52, the 6-foot junior, at 200 pounds for the Aces. We've called his name a lot up there on the line for the Aces this season. That would be a big loss.
Yep, it looks like he was starting to walk on it a little bit as he began to feel it on his way out. So maybe that's a positive enough sign. Olney takes over on downs at their own 39.
Opening drive, unofficially, I had Mount Carmel's drive stopped at 30 yards. Olney's opening drive went for a total of net 9.
And look how long the Aces were on offense. That's what we like. It took a while. 2:09 to go first period now. And did somebody call a timeout? I think they did. Must have been the Tigers, right? Timeouts brought to you by Country Financial. No, it was Mount Carmel. Timeouts brought to you by Country Financial Representative Tia Morgan. No score, back in 1 minute.
Hello, I'm Andrea Lull from Robinson, Illinois. For my first appointment, I knew I chose the right orthopedic center. The day of surgery went like planned. Registration went smooth, pre-surgery, and the nurse made me feel very comfortable. I'm currently 3 months out of surgery. I don't even feel like I had a total hip replacement, but I am having a much better quality of life with my new hip. WGH, we're going home.
Hi, I'm David James, president of Mount Carmel Public Utility Company.
And I'm Elijah Hadra, one of the captains at the Mount Carmel Fire Department.
Let's start with our first tip, the optimal locations for fire alarms.
So smoke alarms should be installed on every level of your home, outside each sleeping area, and inside every bedroom. For the best protection, we recommend that you interconnect all the smoke alarms so that when one sounds, they all sound.
Following the Mount Carmel timeout, Olney sets up shop 1st and 10 from the 39. They go trips to the left side and a receiver to the right as well. Cawthorn, the quarterback, rolls, fires on the run, passes caught over the middle. It's a first down at the 50-yard line, a little bit on the slant left side, and I think the catch was Ian Pianfetti. Nope.
Cooper Hires, perhaps.
Yep, Cooper Hires, yep.
Hires, number 9, understand the son of the Sheriff Andy Hires up there in Richland County. Pass completion moves the football into Aces territory and a Tiger first.
He's only a sophomore, 5'10", 160. The thing about Olney is they're going to return some of these skill people next year.
Yeah, a lot of them as you look up and down this roster.
And now they go same package this time. They send they go 2 by 2 on this package, and there is a run to the right side by, I think that's Weiler, right? He broke it a little bit. Aces finally converged on him, and they'll mark him down at around the 42. Big chunk, a gain of about 8 on the first down carry.
Yeah, nice carry by Weiler, his best of the game. Takes it across the 45 to the 42. So second down, call it 3 here for Olney. A pickup of 7 yards. Their second largest play on offense. Clock getting close to the 1 minute mark to play in a scoreless first quarter.
Here come the Tigers. They have 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They're kind of stacked up on the right side. That's the stadium side as we visualize here. Also into the game, number 14, who I don't even have his number in there. And there is the Ace is going to bring this guy down for a loss. That was Cawthorn, the quarterback, and the Aces converged and dragged him down for a 1-yard loss. That's a big play. Now it's 3rd and a little longer now.
Well, just a big time to step up and spy Cawthorn, the quarterback. Brought him down for a loss. 3rd down, 4 from the 42. Call it the 43 for the Aces. Tigers here. They do have to run one more play here in the quarter.
Line of scrimmage now, the Mount Carmel 43-yard line. It's 3rd and 5. See what the Tigers do here again. They go 2 by 2 on the package. A spread club, one setback, and the quarterback in the shotgun. There's Weiler looking for running around the edge. Turns it up. Maybe got the first down on a nice skedaddle down the sidelines on the Mount Carmel side. Enough for the guys to move the chains.
Well, just got enough. Takes it from the 42 to the 35. Gets 7 yards. And the Tigers don't. So did he get out of bounds? He may have. Nope, they'll run the clock. They don't have to take another snap here in the first quarter.
And they are in no hurry to do that. So 1 quarter is in the books. It's been a good one so far. First look at the Jade Investment Advisor Tim Phillips scoreboard. Well, there's nothing on it. It's 0-0 at the end of 1 period, back with quarter number 2 in 1 minute.
Have you ever lost power? Many get a home generator. Now there's something much better from Morton Solar, the Tesla Powerwall.
Another favorite point of having my solar panels and battery backup, the Powerwall. It does give me a feeling of security for my family. I have 2 boys. I have a wife. She's a nurse. She has to be able to get up and go to work at any point. I wear a CPAP machine, so I need that to make sure that I don't stop breathing for too long while I'm asleep.
Go to Mom.
Meet the dentists at Comprehensive Dental Care of Mount Carmel. Dr. Bryce Miller has proudly served the residents of his hometown for over a decade, bringing advanced training in the field of implant and cosmetic dentistry to the local community. And Dr. David Miller has been practicing now for 40 years. In that time, his goal has remained the same: to provide patients with high-quality care tailored to their health and well-being. Let our team at Comprehensive Dental Care put our quality, compassionate care to work for you. Give us a call today.
Go from left to right in this quarter. Again, receivers are split both ways. Quarterback's in the shotgun with 1 setback, and it'll be Cawthon this time, keeping it. Bangs into one of the aces, and they converge and bring him down after a short gain. Call it around the 33, 32-yard line. Gain of 3 maybe. 2nd and 7 for the Tigers. Who will draw first blood, and how much will that mean in this battle of conference undefeateds? Don't forget, we're on the road at KZ Westfield next week. It doesn't get any easier. 7 o'clock for the kickoff, 6 o'clock for the 1-hour pregame show right here. Receivers split again, 2 by 2. Cawthon in the shotgun, wants to throw. Has time. Now he's flushed out. Ace is good coverage downfield, so he's going to run. Cawthon is inside the 30. Now changes directions, gets away. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, and he's down inside the 5-yard line. And a flag is down at the end of the play. Let's see what that is.
Boy, that flag came from distance. That was a 15, 20-yard chuck of the flag.
A 28-yard run, if it holds. And how about that? Yep, he looked like Blaine Sisson out there, didn't he?
Yeah, I don't like to draw that comparison because, you got to do a lot for me to call you Blaine Sisson. But that's a face mask penalty against the Aces that will only by Gavin Cawthorn, who did his best Blaine Sisson imitation on that play.
Yep, half the distance to the goal line. That'll set it up 1st and goal from about the 2-yard line. So now the Tigers are knocking at the door. That was the only way we were going to bring him down, was to grab his face mask. He was that electric on that play, and there's a push, and is it enough?
No.
And not enough. On the play, on the run, the quarterback, there's a stack up. Both teams helping their comrades up off the pile, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I think Cawthorn got maybe 1 or 2 of the 3 or 4 they need down there. Looks like they're still at around the 2-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Boy, look where the sideline guy is. He's inside the 1. Is he watching the nose of the football? I think it's pretty close to the 1, huh?
Yeah.
And
You're
here's Cawthon. He's going to keep it himself. I think that's enough for the touchdown. Yep. So Cawthon on the keeper. A 1-yard run, and Olney is on the board first. We have 10:25 to go here in quarter number 2.
Well, the Aces have been here before. That's the one thing, the bright spot. We've been behind before. We're just a week ago, but boy, what a drive after the Aces had really kind of shut the Tigers down on their opening drive, and now the Tigers march it down the field and score on drive number 2.
And on to do the kicking will be Aiden Gurmak. Here's the snap.
Oh.
Cawthon holds one. Not a very good snap. They got the kick away, and it is good.
A little hesitation on the move, but it went through there.
So the Jade Investment Advisor, Tim Phillips. Scoreboard reads Olney 7, Mount Carmel nothing. 10:25 to go in quarter number 2. Back in 1 minute. No, it was Widener, not Gurmak. Widener. Aiden Widener. I look close enough on the roster.
Have you ever lost power? Many get a home generator. Now there's something much better from Morton Solar, the Tesla Powerwall.
Another favorite point of having my solar panels and battery backup, the Powerwall, it does give me a feeling of security for my family. I have 2 boys. I have a wife. She's a nurse. She has to be able to get up and go to work at any for a CPAP machine, so I need that to make sure that I don't stop breathing for too long while I'm asleep.
Go to mortonsolar.com.
Meet the dentists at Comprehensive Dental Care of Mount Carmel. Dr. Bryce Miller has proudly served the residents of his hometown for over a decade, bringing advanced training in the field of implant and cosmetic dentistry to the local community. And Dr. David Miller has been practicing now for 40 years. In that time, his goal has remained the same: to provide patients with high-quality care tailored to their health and well-being. Let our team at Comprehensive Dental Care put our quality, compassionate care to work for you. Give us a call today.
Took the second for 60 plus and a score. And they just jumped off sides on the kickoff.
The ball dribbled into the end zone, but that'll cost only 5 yards. Well, Mount Carmel was moving the football. They made not a mistake on first down, but we didn't get much on the first down, and they put along, and sometimes that's all it takes with that offense, and we gave up the football, and Olney took advantage.
Well, we'll see if this can help the offense. Give them an extra little push, 5 more yards. The ball will spot up now at the 40, make it the 35 for the kick.
That ball did land in play and then rolled into the end zone. And it was in Metter's direction, as he is a deep man, along with Tobias Fulop for the Aces. So now let's see. And here comes the kick by Johan. And here comes a return. 20, 25, 30, 35 still going out across the 40 to the 45-yard line. And that was Shane Metter on the return. It was, he had plenty of running room. The ball wasn't very deep at all, and he took advantage.
Yeah, well, when you lose that 5 yards, it's a big 5 yards, and it turned into more than that for the Aces, who will have a pretty good start right at the 45-yard line of Mount Carmel.
Olney just completed a 51-yard drive for pay dirt. Mount Carmel now would like to counter on a 55-yard drive of their own. Second quarter, Olney leads 7-0. Red Andrews checks out wide to the left side. Aces go right to left. Double wing set. It's Acree in the backfield. Metter under center. And here is that Metter or was that
I think it's Acree. Yep, it is Acree on the carry. Picks up a couple there. That's it. Tigers have done a pretty good job of keeping track of Elliott Acree tonight.
Yeah, the last 2 new down possessions, they've done very well, holding us second and long like they did last possession. Let's see what the Aces do here.
Acree now 13 yards on 5 carries for Mount Carmel here early in this one.
Aces have mostly been inside so far. Not every play, but predominantly that's where they want to own things. Andrews wide out to the left side, double wing set. Now stands up, and are we going to call on timeout? Yes.
Play clock was expiring.
Oh, okay.
So we had to get rid of a timeout there to not take a penalty.
All right, timeout on the field. Didn't seem like it was taking us terribly that long, but that's the way it worked out. And timeout's brought to you by Country Financial Representative Tia Morgan. Olney, your leader, 7-0, back in 1 minute.
Your new vehicle is at Steve Faulkner Automotive in Mount Carmel. Get a new 2024 Dodge Hornet for only $25,999 and the 2024 Ram HD, now up to $11,000 off MSRP. Get your new Ford at Steve Faulkner Automotive. New 2024 Ford Super Duty with 3.9% APR and Ford Broncos now up to $6,000 off MSRP. See them all at SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com.
This is your bank calling. Can you please provide your PIN number to validate your identity?
A voice over the phone asking you for your PIN number to verify who you are is a major red flag. Be cautious also of similar questions via email, text, or phone. October is National Cyber Security Awareness Month, and the First National Bank is sharing several tips and tricks to fight against fraud on their Facebook page. So be sure to follow along.
Tobias Fulop just got his first carry of the night. Did a good job over the 50. Gets to the Olney 48. Creates a 3rd and 3 now. So a gain of what, 5?
Call it 4, I
Four.
think.
For the senior Tobias Fulop.
He becomes the 5th back to carry the football tonight for the Aces. First gain for Fulop goes for 4. 3rd down 3 now for Mount Carmel.
One wide receiver to the left side. And here's a handoff. And this time the ball carrier was right on the marker. It's going to be close, and it may be.
They have stopped the clock, so that's a good sign that it's a first down.
Yeah, and it looks like he made it. Yep, they did mark it. So 3rd down conversion for the Aces, and they moved the football to the Olney 44.
First and 10 Pins Bowling Center first down. Wind the clock that shows 8:50 to go here in the first half.
How many's he got now?
17.
There you go, over the 700-yard mark. Elliott Acree, here it is, just week 6.
We have some of the best players in Southern Illinois on the turf tonight. Acree 6th in the Southern Illinois rushing department. Gavin Cawthorn is 3rd in that same category.
And now the Aces insert a second back behind the quarterback.
Flag.
And Acree got the call that time, but a flag down as Jackson Kling was in the backfield. Just one wing back.
2 flags, same time as the tackle was happening. I wonder if that's not a face mask. We'll see.
Well, we'll get the call here in a minute. Yep.
Personal
there
foul,
go,
face
Kyle.
mask. That'll be a first down.
And that'll be a personal foul, so that'll be a little longer water. 10 Pins Bowling Center first down.
Aces getting to the part of the field where they, are going to be with the penalty past that. This will be the deepest we've been into Tiger territory. That 15-yard penalty moves it all the way down to the 28-yard line.
Yep, and so Olney really can't afford that for a Mount Carmel team that likes to move the football and really has so far tonight. They pushed the ball, and then you give us 15 yards that we didn't do anything for, and a few extra seconds of a rest break on top of that. So it's 1st and 10, line of scrimmage, the 28-yard line. Man in motion, that's Fulop, and there instead now flag again flies.
That's going to cost us 5 yards. I think the center moved the football.
And the Olney fans say you can't do that. Well, apparently not. So
a false start cost us 5 yards. Now it's a 1st and 15 situation.
And so there we go. There's a mistake right out of the gate on this particular set of downs. So now it's 1st and very long. 1st and 15 from the Tiger 33. We have 7:50 to go in the second period. Olney leads 7-0. And there's a double wing set, one man in motion, and there is a handoff. And over right guard, still going, and a nice running room for Acree. He's inside the 30 down near the 25-yard line. Got a lot of that back.
Got a lot of that back, and then some more. Biggest play of the night for the Aces offense, but another flag sits at the 25.
Yeah, that was an 8-yard gain. Let's see what it is.
I think it's going to cost the Tigers some more. It is.
Another face mask penalty on the Tigers.
What is it they say? You can't do that?
Yeah, you can't do that either. We're going to mark this one down to the 20-yard line.
Now Carmel now actually right at the 20. I guess we call that inside the Big R Farm and Home red zone. Right at that mark. 1st and 2. So not a first down.
So now let's see if we do something here or just play it safe. Such a young team, you may just play it safe and get the first down. All right, here is Metter under center. One setback. And he's going to
Oh,
throw.
boy.
They're in on him. And he's going to get dragged down for a big loss.
Well, they threw it. He threw it. Will there be grounding called or not? That's the question.
Yeah, and that's what the Tigers are.
Yep, there's the flag.
Okay, so, boy, this backfired on us. 1st and 2.
Well, you called it, partner. Do we try something here? And now there's another flag, and that may
be on the bench.
That's probably on the coaching staff for being too fired up about the call.
Yeah, so let's see. They'll just.
And that may be a sideline warning. Typically, you like to see the warning come first.
Yeah, they'll explain it, though, here in a minute, we hope. Well, how about that? Boy, they did a good job. Olney brought everybody. So that's just a warning.
Just a warning. There is no walk-off for that. So they walk the 5 yards off. So now the ball sits back at the 37, and Mount Carmel's got to get to the 19 for a first down.
And it's a loss of down.
It's not 4th down, though, is it?
Well, it says 4th down on the marker.
But it says 2nd on the scoreboard. So
Oh,
I think
now
it's
they're
2nd. I
correcting
think
it.
it's
Okay.
2nd down.
Yeah, okay, there we go. Good. 2nd down and a long way to go. And here is one of the wings in motion, and Fulop gets the call, powering right side, dodges by one tackle, and dives to around the 30-yard line.
So to the 30, I think it was somewhere around 2nd and 18. Now Fulop makes it a 3rd and 13, so give him about 5 on the play. But still 3rd and very long for the Aces. Penalties have been big on Mount Carmel in this drive. And they've also helped us, too. The Tigers with a couple big ones, too.
Boy, 2 defensive face masks on this possession alone. So 3rd and long for the Aces. Man in motion, and this time they fake the Fulop, and Mitter's under pursuit. Dumps it off. It's picked off on the pattern to the right side and around the 25-yard line, and still going inside the 40. And a flag down on the play. Meanwhile, the return man after the pickoff is down inside the 25, down to around the 20-yard line.
I think this will be a block in the back or a hold, but it doesn't matter. The pick stands. We threw it away. Olney intercepts, and they'll have the football in their own territory.
I didn't see who that was.
I'm not sure who picked it off. I didn't get a number either.
Let's see if we can tell from the reaction here. Was it, I don't know, Pianfetti maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, block in the back. So a 10-yard penalty from the spot. So that's going to set the ball back at the Mount Carmel 40-yard line. Call it the 44, I believe. So that's where they'll spot it.
What a deal there.
Yeah,
I mean, he wasn't brought down till the 20-yard line, but since it's from the spot, they're all the way back at the 44. That's almost like a punt.
Yeah. So how about Mount Carmel in this situation? The Aces stopped the Tigers on their opening drive, could not score on our opening drive, turning it over on downs. The Tigers score the next time down. Mount Carmel throws a pick, and now the Tigers trying to get a 2-score lead.
So the Tigers go 2-by-2 on the receivers. They go left to right in the shotgun. Cawthon by himself. He escapes, and now he's off and running. Wide open field. 30, 25. Shook a tackle there. 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. He goes all the way in. What a run by Cawthon. A 42-yard touchdown run with 6:08 to go in the half, and it's 13-0 Olney.
43 yards and a Tiger score. And wow, that happened in a big-time hurry. Cawthon saw everybody coming at him. He ran right through him, right past him to the end zone, off to the house. He's at 90 yards already on 6 carries, and the Tigers with a 2-score lead.
And now Widener on to try to, what are we running here? We're going to run that little split play, and there's going to be a run for 2 points. So the linemen all lined up on the right side. Meanwhile, the center and the quarterback stayed over on the left. All they did was flip it there to the quarterback. I think Cawthon ran it in, right?
I didn't catch the number there either.
Yeah, because he's the holder for the kick, so we'll give him credit for that 2-point run. And like that, all of a sudden, not just 14-0, but 15-0 Olney. That's the Jade Investment Advisor Tim Phillips scoreboard with 6:08 to go in quarter number 2, back in 1 minute.
At Southgate Furniture, we're celebrating a new season and new location. We've just opened the doors at our new location. We have everything you need to make your home game day ready. From cozy recliners for watching the big game to stylish dining sets for post-game celebrations. We've got it all. As proud supporters of the Golden Aces, we know a strong team go hand in hand with a great community. So, whether you're gearing up for game day or looking to refresh your space, come visit us at 1 Southgate Drive. Southgate Furniture, where comfort meets community. Go Aces!
Mount Carmel, we've been solely focused on stabilization since 1949. Stabilization is all that we do.
Quality is an important foundation to build your company on. Being a specialized contractor, it's of the utmost importance because it's what our entire reputation is built upon.
Basically, what we do is an insurance policy to keep your job moving.
We're going to go where our customers take us, and wherever that is, we hope to be the best at what we do.
Olney has expanded the lead 15-0 on an explosive run by the quarterback Cawthon, covering 43 yards, and then they surprised with some trickery to gain the 2-point conversion.
Well, they do that typically. They spread the field, and then they come together for the kick. They spread the field that time. We thought they were coming to kick, and next thing you know, they're running in the end zone.
And that's a lot longer kick there, too, taking it around the 10-yard line, up the middle of the field, and pushing his way forward.
Good return.
Over the 30. Nice return over there by the Aces. And that was Tobias Fulop on the return, his first of the night. A return of 23 yards. 1st and 10, Mount Carmel from the 33-yard line.
Well, partner, we were down 2 scores last week. We're down 2 scores this week. Mount Carmel's got to find a way to get in the end zone on this drive, you got to believe.
Yep.
104 yards for Olney now on the ground. 110 for the game.
And what a run there. Yep. And well, we talked about it earlier. So, you know, we did a pretty good job of flushing him out of the pocket, but then he decided to start running, and he's one of those kids. You just want him in open field. How many plays did we run with Sisson? The plan was get him the football. That was the plan.
Well,
and let him do it. It was a little bit of that.
Cawthorn's that way, too. 18, 28, and 43 for his runs. 3 of those on the night so far.
And here are the Aces now. The nice little run forward. That's a big push up front. And on the carry that time was Elliott Acree.
Run by Acree, maybe one of the best of the day for him. Looks like he gets almost 9 yards on the play. 2nd and short coming up.
And keep in mind, Olney's done plenty that would normally we would think they'd be shooting themselves in the foot. They made, 2 straight defensive face masks, or they had other problems. I mean, they've had plenty of reasons they could be shooting themselves in the foot, but they're a big play team. They always manage to bail themselves out. All right, handoff, ball carrier, first down run, and then some over the 50 into Olney territory at around the 47-yard line. That's Elliott Acree again.
Acree getting ahead of steam now. See where they spot that down. Oh, they bring him back down all the way at the 48. So give him 7 yards. First down, move the chains to 10 Pins Bowling Center first down. Like to see Acree getting some more yards with those runs, but you're right. Olney kind of weathered some rough patches there through that drive, pushing Mount Carmel further down the field. In fact, the Aces got onto the red zone, but it was that 2nd and short or 1st and short play where we went to the air that really cost us.
And the Olney Tigers, there's a short gain, and I think a fumble on the play.
And they have it.
And Olney has it. Misfortune has struck Mount Carmel again. A pickoff, now a fumble lost, and Olney takes over at their own 48-yard line.
2 drives, 2 turnovers for the Aces. And a turnover on downs added with it. It has not been a good night for the Aces offense.
Yeah. So for a team that values the time it spends on the field and how it must just can march down the field and take a lot of time off the clock, so thus you don't get as many possessions as some other teams, and now we've just wasted 2.
Yep.
All right, here is Olney taking over now at the 48-yard line. Already had 15-0 with a chance to do more damage. I didn't think we were going to give up the football till just about halftime the way it was, but they've got a chance to score again, the Tigers do. 4:47 to go.
Oh.
And now big hope for Weiler. Weiler gets outside to the edge. He's down the left sidelines. He's down inside the 15 and 20. He's going to score a touchdown. He just scored again. The Tigers did a 52-yard run, and now they lead 21-0. Wow.
2 drives, 2 big plays, and a big Olney lead. This one, 52 yards.
4:38 to go in the first half, and Olney now has a commanding lead, 21-0. Now they're going to bring everybody over for the point after that little split squad move.
That means they're going to kick it.
Yeah, we hope. We think anyway. And it'll be Cawthon holding for the kicker Widener. Here comes the snap. Not a great hold. You got the kick away, and was it blocked?
It fails.
Yeah.
It was blocked.
So, yeah, it took them so long to get down. That's one of the few things Olney hasn't done right tonight. Well, listen to this score, folks. The Jade Investment Advisor Tim Phillips scoreboard is Olney 21 and Mount Carmel nothing. Back with the kickoff in 1 minute.
At Southgate Furniture, we're celebrating a new season and new location. We've just opened the doors at our new location. We have everything you need to make your home game day ready. From cozy recliners for watching the big game to stylish dining sets for post-game celebrations. We've got it all. As proud supporters of the Golden Aces, we know a strong team go hand in hand with a great community. So, whether you're gearing up for game day or looking to refresh you, come visit us at 1 Southgate Drive. Southgate Furniture, where comfort meets community. Go Aces!
Mount Carmel, we've been solely focused on stabilization since 1949. Stabilization is all that we do.
Quality is an important foundation to build a specialized contractor. It's of the utmost importance because it's what our entire reputation is built upon.
Basically, what we do is an insurance policy to keep your job moving.
We're going to go where our customers take us, and wherever that is, we hope to be the best at what we do.
In case you were thinking that the stage might be too big for the Olney Tigers, think again. The Tigers have now taken a 21-0 lead on Mount Carmel, and we're not even to halftime yet.
All of the scoring has occurred in about 4 minutes of game time.
And there's the kick, picked up at around the 13-yard line. 20, 25, and 30, and a fumble on the kickoff. Did we lose it? Wow.
No, just a big hit. I think we held on to the ball that time.
Well, everybody here,
they were reacting because of that big hit. Yep.
Yeah, that's what it was. Okay, well, good. We've got the football. We're hanging on to it at the 35.
Scott, Mount Carmel had lost 3 fumbles all season coming into this game. We had thrown just 1 interception, and now having 4 turnovers all season coming in, we've turned it over in back-to-back possessions here tonight.
Well, all you can do now is just pick up the pieces and go back to work and do your job, get some points, and see what happens here.
A score before the break is huge because we get the ball to start the second half.
And we have time, 4:31 to go in the second quarter. All right, here come the Aces with the 1 receiver to the left side, double wing set, handoff. This time it's Acree looking for running room to the right side. Gets a little help from a lineman and give Elliott a few yards to around the 38. They'll call it second down and 8.
Yeah, not a whole lot there for Acree. Still, the Aces have not been tackled officially for a loss. We had the intentional grounding on the first pass attempt of the game that didn't go our way. That was more of a penalty loss, but Acree, 2 yards there, second down and 8. Clock now at 4 minutes.
Aces go right to left. Wing to the right side, double wing set. Now Fulop in motion and handoff to the ball carry. Shakes off 1 tackle, still pushing hard. Gets right to midfielder. And that was Elliott Acree again. Boy, he's been a workhorse tonight.
Yeah, already his 12th carry of the game. This one gets a yard short of the first down, so give him 7 on that carry. 7 hard yards for play. Carrying defenders with him to the 45. So second and a short, or third and short here.
Yep. Maybe not even a full yard, but just about. Aces set the club down right at the 50. And man in motion, Olney almost jumped. Instead, Fulop wasn't Fulop. Down the right side is Kling, and big run for him inside the 35, inside the 30. And
did the ball come out? What do we call it? There was a lot of Olney ended up with the ball over there, and now there's going to be a discussion. The ball, he went out of bounds. They're marking him out at the 25.
Yeah, they've got
Let's
the ball.
See what happened.
So it's going to be Mount Carmel ball. Well, the officials haven't made up the call yet. Here we
It
go.
would be a 30-yard gain, but let's see what this is going to be.
The ball is sitting at the 25.
The fumble was when the player was out of bounds, so it's first down Mount Carmel. A 30-yard pickup for Jackson Kling and a big 1st and 10 Pins Bowling Center first down. Fortunately, held onto the ball long enough before letting it go away. He's up at the 25-yard line.
That's a big chunk. 3:06 to go here in the first half. Mount Carmel again with a new set of downs at the Olney 25. Double wing set, Metter under center. And he hands off. Acree gallops to the right side and then dives for another yard or two near the 20-yard line.
Right about the 21s. Well, they'll set up shop here. You know, this is kind of a situation. Mount Carmel just has one timeout left with 2:49 on the clock as we start to factor in the clock a little bit here as we get toward the end of the second period.
21-0, Olney leads. Mount Carmel trying to get on the board before halftime.
Acree 56 yards, 13 carries.
And it's Metter under center, double wing set. Militoni in motion to the right side. This
Flag
time
down.
a flag down.
And here we go again.
Cost the Aces. Now it'll be 2nd and long.
No further than the 20 tonight before bad things happen. And now 5 yards back, 2nd and long, 2nd and 11 after the penalty.
But again, 4-down territory. But again, we're not the kind of team that can be 2nd, 3rd, and long and get away with it all night. So 2nd and 11 now. The line of scrimmage is the 26-yard line.
114 yards on 23 carries collectively for the Aces tonight.
And it's Metter under center. One setback, man in motion now, full up, and Acree gets the call, and he dives, spins his way really to the back near the 20, 21-yard line. Nice second effort by Elliot Acree.
So gets right back to the 20, just outside of that mark. So gets the penalty yards back, give him 5. And it's 3rd and call it 6 here.
1:52 to go here in the first half of play. Mount Carmel still 21 yards away with one timeout. Now Metter under center. Man in motion, Metter. I should say full up, and instead he goes the middle. Ball carrier gets down to the 15-yard line. And that's Acree again. Wow.
And Acree, I don't think they're marking him back further than I first thought. They're only going to set it on the other side of the 20, so just into the big, but a 1-yard gain at best for Acree, so 4th and 5.
Are we about to get stopped again? That's what Olney is hoping for. Let's see what the Aces do on their 3rd, 4th down conversion attempt. Metter does not draw the Tigers off. So he's now going to look over the sidelines, get a play, and step up to the line under center. And here a man in motion goes full up, and it'll be Elliot Acree. Big charge of the right side, got the first down and then some.
All right.
Inside the 15, down near the 12, 11-yard line.
About 9 yards for Acree, needed 5. 9, big 1st and 10 Pins Bowling Center first down as the clock goes inside a minute.
58 seconds to go, and now they roll the clock. Mount Carmel one timeout.
Just outside the 10.
See with the Aces, can they get into the end zone before?
Oh, we're looking at the sideline for a play.
And the play clock, the play
now
clock
the official
reset to 25.
They've got a problem with the chain over there. That's the issue.
So the clock stops. 49 seconds to go.
This chain gain's pretty good from the booster club. We needed a little hesitation in the play clock there.
All right, so here Metter sets the club down, sends a man in motion, hands it off. It's Jackson Kling. He's snowed under on the right side, maybe 1 or so, but the clock's going to run, and we're only at the 10-yard line.
We do not call the timeout.
So we're going to have to hurry up. It's 2nd down and 10. We can go to about the 1 for a first down.
Clock's at 23, 22.
Here's Metter, gets the snap. There's the pitch.
Ball
it's
down.
A fumbled pitch. We did fall on it. Did we
I don't know if we have it yet.
Acree trying to go after it. It was a kind of an errant pitch.
They've stopped the clock. Olney thinks they have it.
They're unpiling everybody. No signal yet.
Olney
football. The Aces' 3rd turnover. 13 seconds to go in the first half. That's the 2nd fumble. We've been picked once. And Olney now can run out the clock in the first half and carry a huge lead into intermission.
Well, I tell you, it's been a little bit since we've seen the youth of this team, and I don't know what it is, the big game, the spectacle that's been made of this one with Olney coming back in town and undefeated, but Now Carmel has struggled under the bright lights of the Snake Pit here.
They're going to reset the clock. And he mentioned sometime, I think. And this is kind of...
The microphone keeps cutting out, so I think that's hard to see.
Yeah, and it really won't make much difference because Olney, I imagine, will take a knee at this point. 21-0 is the score. And the Aces have 3 first-half turnovers.
Well, the Tigers, all they're going to do here, you would think, is take a knee unless they think they're absolutely going for the jugular.
And now there's a timeout called.
Well, I guess there's your answer on that.
Timeouts brought to you by Country Financial Representative Tia Morgan. 1 minute break coming here. Olney leads 21-0. Back in 1 minute.
Hello, I'm Andrea Lull from Robinson, Illinois. For my first appointment, I knew I chose the right orthopedic center. The day of surgery went like planned. Registration went smooth, pre-surgery, and the nurse made me. I'm currently 3 months out of surgery. I don't even feel like I had a total hip replacement, but I am having a much better quality of life with my new hip. WGH, we're going home.
The quarterback for the Olney Tigers, Cawthon, just did take a knee following that timeout, and the Tiger football team receives a standing ovation from the Richland County fans who are desperate to see a victory by Olney over Mount Carmel. They haven't seen one since 1982. Well, their team has a huge lead in this one. It's 21-0 at halftime. That's the Jade Investment Advisor Tim Phillips scoreboard. We're going to come back in just 2 minutes with a special edition of the Keepus Funeral Home halftime report on this Hall of Fame night at the Snake Pit.
I'm Elijah Hadrow with the Mount Carmel Fire Department.
And I'm David James, president of Mount Carmel Public Utility Company.
Did you know that working smoke alarms can significantly reduce the risk of dying in a home fire? Taking just a few seconds each month to test your smoke alarms can make a life-saving difference. Simply press the test button to ensure they're working properly, and don't forget to follow the manufacturer's instructions for regular cleaning to keep your alarms in top condition.
At Steve Faulkner Automotive, lease the 2024 Jeep Compass for $299 a month and the 2024 Jeep Wrangler up to $6,000 off. Get yours today at SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com.
Steve Faulkner Automotive in Mount Carmel, Illinois has an outstanding service department. With free pickup and delivery, we'll make sure your vehicle runs perfectly at an affordable price. Come see us today or view our service specials at SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com.
Did you know that Wabash County Health Department offers a reproductive health clinic? The clinic is available on Wednesdays with morning and afternoon appointments available. Services include physical exams, STD services, pregnancy testing, contraceptive services, hormonal implants, and more. Appointments can be made by calling 618-263-3873 or by texting 618-240-8889. Our reproductive health clinic, just another service provided by the Wabash County Health Department, is located at 130 West 7th Street in Mount Carmel. The place for lunch and dinner is the Smoking Pig in Grayville. Come check out our world-famous barbecue or try one of our delicious sandwiches or even tacos. How about snacking on one of our jumbo pretzels the size of your head, or even mouth-watering tomahawk steaks, or even surf and turf. Located on the KOA campground, Smoking Pig is here to serve you. Come see us in person or order online. And don't forget, we can also cater your next event.
Welcome back to the Snake Pit on this Hall of Fame weekend. It's all Olney in the first half. The Olney Tigers trying to erase 40 years of frustration, 42 to be exact, have a commanding lead at halftime over a mistake-prone Mount Carmel team. It's 21-0. It was a scoreless first period. Then the Tigers scored on 2 breakaway runs of 43 and 52, plus a 1-yard run by Cawthon, the quarterback, who has scored twice in this game. And it's been all the Tigers. And how about this Mount Carmel struggle in this second quarter. A total of 3 second quarter turnovers, 2 fumbles and a pick. And the Tigers have enjoyed the last 15 minutes, the last 12 minutes of football.
Well, partner, you can't turn the ball over 3 times and win a football game, and the Aces did that all in the second quarter, and Olney turned 3 turnovers into 3 scores and a 21-point lead here at halftime. Just a rough start to this ball game. Chance to regroup for the Aces here in the locker room and get readjusted and come back for a big comeback here in the second half.
So while the marching Aces are getting ready, this is a pink out night too, by the way. So while there's a special program for that going on as well, we want to take you back to before the game. This is the Hall of Fame weekend, the 3rd Hall of Fame class inducted, and what a talented group of stars that we put in this Hall of Fame this year. 1 team and 5 utterly phenomenal standouts, including our first Olympian in the Mount Carmel High School Hall of Fame. And Kyle Peach emceed that pregame ceremony. Let's join him now for that.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our 3rd annual Mount Carmel High School Athletics Hall of Fame induction ceremony presented by the Mount Carmel Sports Boosters. We are honored to welcome 6 new members to the Athletics Hall of Fame. In the teams category, we're honored to enshrine the 1974 state runner-up football team. It was that 1974 team that took the Aces program to the state finals for the first time in the first year of the IHSA playoff system. The Aces finished in a 3-way tie for the North Egypt Conference Championship, but were voted by the league members to represent the NEC in the playoffs. The Aces beat Mount Zion in overtime in the playoff opener at the Snake Pit, stopping a potential game-winning Braves 2-point conversion attempt. The Aces then beat Sparta at home before traveling to Quincy to take on the Catholic boys. In that game, the Toe, Doug Peterson, kicked a 32-yard field goal in overtime to send the Aces to the championship game with the kick heard round the world. The Larry Davis-led Golden Aces would fall to West Chicago in the championship, but set the bar for the future Aces teams very high. We are honored to have several team members with us here tonight, including Chris Cunningham, Nathan Bowman, Bill Weaver, Randy Rigg, Paul Casaleggi, Terry Rafferty, Kent Kirkman, Mick Mullenauer, the family of Mary Peterson representing the Toe, Ted Kramer, Dave McClellan, Greg Keepus, Tim Spencer, along with the brothers of Dan Bailey and the late David Bailey, Jim, John, and Brian. Let's hear it for the 1974 state finalist football team. We're also here to honor 4 athletes tonight, including the first 3 female athletes to be selected since the Athletics Hall of Fame began in 2022. First, state high jump champion Jessica Bain Snow. Jessica graduated from Mount Carmel High School in 1999, winning the individual state high jump championship her senior year at 5 feet 7 inches. She was the USA Track and Field Junior Indoor and Outdoor Illinois State Champion in 1998. Jessica was a 2-time conference champion in high jump and conference champion in 300 hurdles her junior year. She set school records in high jump, 300 hurdles, 100 high hurdles, and as part of the 4x800 relay team. Academically, Jessica was an Illinois State Scholar and valedictorian. After MCHS, Jessica attended the University of Illinois, where she was a member of the track and field team and was a 3-time academic All-Big Ten team selection. Tonight she is joined by her husband Craig, himself a member of the MCHS Athletics Hall of Fame, and the rest of her family. We're honored to have them all with us tonight. Jessica Bain Snow. Our next honoree is Tyra Buss Davison. Tyra became the state of Illinois' all-time leading scorer in girls basketball with 4,800 total points in her 4-year career as a Lady Ace, ending in 2014. Tyra was also recognized as the 2014 and 2013 Miss Basketball in Illinois. She continues to sit atop the IHSA state record book with that impressive career total. She also has the highest career and season scoring average and most free throws made. She sits second all-time in Illinois in career steals. She was a valedictorian at MCHS. Tyra went on to play college basketball at Indiana University, holding the IU career records in points scored, steals, assists, free throws made, and points per game. At Indiana, Tyra was named All Big Ten First Team and led the team to the WNIT Championship her senior season, being named the WNIT MVP. She was also an NCAA All-American. Tyra has played professionally the past 2 years in Europe, leading the league in points and steals. Tyra's husband Brad is playing professional basketball in Spain and could not be here this evening, but Tyra is joined by the rest of her family tonight. We're honored to have them with us. Tyra Buss Davison. Our next athlete could not be with us this evening, Lauren Kiefer Nicholson. Lauren is a 2005 graduate of Mount Carmel High School and competed for Team USA in the 2016 Olympic Games, the 2018 World Equestrian Games, and was a member of the gold medal winning team at the 2015 Pan American Games, where she individually placed 7th. And was named the 2019 Lady Rider of the Year by the U.S. Eventing Association and was on the silver medal winning team at the 2022 World Eventing Championships. Individually, Lauren won the Pinnacle Cup trophy in 2014 and recognized among the top riders in the U.S. Again, Lauren could not be with us this evening, currently still competing in Europe. We hope to recognize her in person at a later date. Lauren Kiefer Nicholson. The final athlete being enshrined this evening is Sharon Lee Miller. Lee was the starting Golden Aces quarterback on 2 conference championship teams in the pre-playoff era. In 1960, he led the Aces to an undefeated season. He was named to the Illinois All-State team, and after MCHS, Lee was the quarterback at Western Kentucky University, where he started for the Hilltoppers for 3 years. He played on WKU's first undefeated team and was named the MVP of the Tangerine Bowl in 1963. Lee was also named to the College All-American team and was elected to the Western Kentucky University Athletic Hall of Fame in 2016. We're honored to have with him tonight his wife, Brenda. Ladies and gentlemen, Sharon Lee Miller. Finally, this evening, we're honored to induct our first friend of athletics into the Hall of Fame, Tim Wachs. Tim has served as the timekeeper since his days as a student at MCHS and is a 1970 Mount Carmel High School graduate. Tim has served the district as timekeeper for over 50 years. He has also served as the timekeeper for Wabash. Wachs was a longtime 6th grade math teacher in District 348 and has worked as a dispatcher for local emergency services for over 50 years. Even after retiring from teaching, Tim has volunteered in a variety of capacities for District 348. In a 2008 newspaper article, a District 348 administrator said of Tim, quote, "Whatever somebody needs to help, he's such an asset to the community." We couldn't agree more. Tim is escorted tonight by 2 former district administrators and is joined in the stands by longtime friend Les Moore. Tim Wachs. Fans, we invite you to join us for a reception at Stymie's Rest at West Berwick Golf Course after tonight's game to recognize our Hall of Famers. And be sure to submit your nominations for next year's Hall of Fame class. You can find the nomination form on the District 348 website. Let's hear it again for our class of 2024 Mount Carmel
Could we
High
do any
School
better than
Athletics
that
Hall of
class
Fame
talent-wise? And you know the great thing about there's so much history at Mount Carmel in various sports. Oh, yes, there's plenty of people left to put in the hall, but we do need your help to nominate that.
Yeah. And so you go to the District 348 website. This is a little complicated, okay, but wabash348.com. Under the schools heading, choose Mount Carmel High School, And then under the menu there, find Hall of Fame under athletics, and the form will be right there for you.
There's not a lot of high schools in the country that have an Olympian in their Hall of Fame. So we can say we're one of them.
And unfortunately, Lauren was competing in Europe, couldn't be here tonight, but we hope to recognize her in person next time she's in town. One of the greats to ever do it at Mount Carmel High School, doing her main athletic prowess outside of the high school days in the equestrian world.
And I imagine if we'd had an equestrian team in Mount Carmel High School, then we could say she was an athlete, a Lady Aces athlete, but we don't have such a thing. We used to have gymnastics a long time ago for those oldest of our fans who might remember. We used to have a gymnastics team, but I don't think we ever had an equestrian team.
Yeah, I'll tell you this before we go. I know we got to get to break here on the Keep Us Funeral Home halftime report, but funny story, Tyra Buss Davison is here, Mary collegiate athlete, now playing professionally in Spain. They're expecting their first child here soon, I think next month. When I first met Brad here in Mount Carmel, I introduced myself as one of the guys that called Tyra's games. And I said, I do have a favor to ask. He said, what's that? And I said, when you get married, please move back to Mount Carmel and have 27 children. They could start a farm system all their own, and we'd be set for decades, right?
And no answer?
No, he said, I'll remember that.
Okay.
So number one, the box is about to be checked. We'll see how far they go, huh?
Well, the Marching Aces finishing up their routine. It looks very colorful, and it's rather poignant, too, on this
Success for them at Newton last week. Did a great job and got lots of awards, and they'll be performing in competition again this weekend.
Well, we're going to take our first break here. You're at halftime of tonight's game, and if you don't want to hear the score, turn down your radio. It's 21-0 Olney in the first half, and at halftime, that's your score. The Tigers trying to erase 42 years of frustration, and they have a leg up to it now, don't they? They have a big lead at halftime. You're listening to the Keep Us Funeral Home halftime report. Back in 2 minutes.
Meet the dentists at Comprehensive Dental Care of Mount Carmel. Dr. Bryce Miller has proudly served the residents of his hometown for over a decade, bringing advanced training in the field of implant and cosmetic dentistry to the local community. And Dr. David Miller has been practicing now for 40 years. In that time, his goal has remained the same, to provide patients with high-quality care tailored to their health and well-being. Let our team at Comprehensive Dental Care put our quality, compassionate care to work for you. Give us a call today.
Mount Carmel, welcome to the all-new Southgate Furniture. We just opened our doors at 1 Southgate Drive. We camp stylish dining sets to cozy sofas, recliners, and coffee tables. We've got everything you need to make your house a home. And right now, don't miss our ultimate complete bedroom suite sale. All complete bedroom sets are 50% off while supplies last. Hurry in today and take advantage of these incredible savings before they're gone. Offer excludes mattresses. Visit us today at 1 Southgate Drive in Mount Carmel, Illinois. Southgate Furniture. Your home, your style, your way.
Hi, I have a question. I heard you are owned by the people who manage their money day to day with you.
Yep.
And that you're a not-for-profit version of a bank.
Yep.
And because you are owned by the people who manage their day-to-day money with you, and because you are the not-for-profit version of a bank, you work to keep good rates, so it's easier to borrow or to save for life milestones.
Yep. Just people helping people. Was there a question?
Yep. How do I sign up?
You can apply for a membership online at cafcu.org or come into our local branch at 1011 Oak in Mount Carmel if you have any questions.
What does CAFU stand for?
It's Corporate America Family Credit Union. It's so many words because we're helping so many people.
Well, that makes sense.
You're listening to the Keep Us Funeral Home halftime report. The Mount Carmel, their performance here at halftime of this Hall of Fame weekend. We hope you enjoyed playing back that program from before the game tonight. And listen to this. It's halftime here at the Snake Pit, and Olney leads Mount Carmel 21-0.
Yeah, it's been a rough night for the Aces. 3 turnovers, which is kind of half of the total of turnovers we had in the previous 5 weeks. Only 3 turnovers up until that point, 6 turnovers up until that point. What am I saying? It wasn't 6, was it? Was it? 3. It was 3 fumbles and 1 interception. So 4 turnovers coming into the game, and we've now turned it over 3 times in the game, 2 fumbles and a pick.
And in the second quarter.
All in 1 quarter. And the Tigers turned those 3 turnovers into 3 scores with a 21-0. Leading the way, Elliott Acree for the Aces on the ground. 16 carries, 71 yards. Jackson Kling, 6 carries, 39. Shane Metter, 2 carries for 7. Andrew Militoni, a carry for 4. And Tobias Fulop, 2 for 9. All of the Aces offense on the ground, 130 yards. Shane Metter has thrown an incomplete pass, ruled for intentional grounding, and an interception. For Olney rushing the football, Gavin Cawthorn, the quarterback, 6 carries, 90 yards, 2 scores. Dirks Weiler, 6 carries, 67 yards, and a touchdown. Ian Pianfini, 1 carry for -1 yard, and Cawthorn has completed 2 of the 3 passes he's thrown tonight for 5 yards.
The first quarter was scoreless. The second quarter, Olney won it 21-0. That's the score at halftime. The Aces back out, warming up now for the second half. Olney has just made their triumphant return to the turf. Their fans are enjoying this one. Well, I guess it would be pretty obvious if I were to tell you that the way Mount Carmel plays in 2024, we're not the team that can be down 21-0, but that's where we are. But to turn it over 3 times, I was just thinking back too, Kyle. I remember, and I wish I could tell you, it's either Olney or Lawrenceville is what I'm thinking, that we were down 21-0 to a local team, a conference opponent, one year, and we came back and won it on a field goal in the end, I think 24-21. Might have been Mitch Wood on the field goal long ago, and I've slept since then. So, but I think it's just been once. Now, you may say, well, just once, is that all the time? Well, keep in mind, we're talking about Mount Carmel. We're usually never down to local opponents 21-0, so we haven't had that many chances to pull back from that. But that's where we are today.
Yeah. Going to take something special from a group that could use something special in this moment. Here are some other scores from around the area. Newton leading Paris 7-0 at halftime. Casey leading Marshall 21-0 at the break. In the Black Diamond, how about this? Carmel leading CZR, but only by 3, 24-21. Johnston City leads Hamilton County in the second, 36-8. Cesar over Edwards County, 22-0 at the half. Red Hill trails Eastern Green, Indiana, 14-6 in the second. Gibson Southern leading Washington, 24-10. Yes, the Hatchets are good this year, believe it or not. That's in the third quarter. Effingham and Taylorville are tied at 21 at halftime.
And so we are getting closer to the second half. As we reset to 0, nope, we just set the clock to 3. So tell you what, let's take our final break before the second half. And we thank you very much for listening to the Keepus Funeral Home Halftime Report. You've heard the replay of the Hall of Fame show. There's been a summary of the first half in 24 minutes. Here's your halftime score. Olney 21, Mount Carmel nothing, back in 2 minutes.
Have you ever lost power? Many get a home generator. Now there's something much better from Morton Solar, the Tesla Powerwall.
You earned my business. I did my research. I looked around. I got lots of estimates, and you guys did a great job from start to finish. No worries, no headache, no bad experiences at all. So I couldn't ask for a better experience and a better product.
Go to mortonsolar.com.
Mount Carmel, we've been solely focused on stabilization since 1949. Stabilization is all that we do.
Quality is an important foundation to build your company on. Being a specialized contractor, it's of the utmost importance because it's what our entire reputation is built upon.
Basically, what we do is an insurance policy to keep your job moving.
We're going to go where our customers take us, and wherever that is, we hope to be the best at what we do.
You receive a box that reads "Open to avoid penalties." Then get a text message saying suspicious activity was detected on your bank account with the link they want you to click on. Banks never ask that.
If a stranger handed you a package and said, "Trust me, just open it," that'd be strange, right? Opening an unexpected text and clicking on a link should feel just as suspicious. October is National Cybersecurity Awareness Month, and the First National Bank is sharing several tips and tricks to fight against fraud on their Facebook page. so be sure to follow along.
Did you know that Wabash County Health Department offers a reproductive health clinic? The clinic is available on Wednesdays with morning and afternoon appointments available. Services include physical exams, STD services, pregnancy testing, contraceptive services, hormonal implants, and more. Appointments can be made by calling 618-263-3873 or by texting 618-240-8889. Our reproductive health clinic, just another service provided by the Wabash County Health Department, is located at 130 West 7th Street in Mount Carmel.
We are getting ready for the second half. The Olney Tigers, imagine just 0-9 a year ago, and now not only 5-0, but about ready to make the history that they've been waiting for a long time in Richland County, over 40 years since they've last defeated Mount Carmel. And on that night in 1982, there was a television audience. It was week 8 of the season. Mount Carmel was ranked number 1 in the state. They were 7-0. And Olney, amazingly enough, had suffered a loss that year, and I'm trying to remember who it was against. But they beat Mount Carmel 30-0. And it was really a 16-0 game, and Larry Davis kind of started throwing the ball around to try to get back in it. That was 16-0. This is 21-0 here, 42 years later in 2024.
It's got perhaps more profound. The 3 turnovers for the Aces, but Olney has got 162 yards of total offense on 16 plays. That's over 10 yards a play they've ran. Mount Carmel, meanwhile, has run 29 plays and still has nothing to show for it.
And Olney's made enough mistakes to make it a lot closer game than it is, but they've managed to survive all their miscues, and Mount Carmel's made too many of their own. And that's why we're at where we are now. 21-0. Olney will be kicking off to Mount Carmel, and the Tigers will be kicking from left to right. Here comes the boot, and it is deep, and our return man goes back to the 5, 10, 15. That's Metter getting outside to the right side, 20, 25, still chugging along, and he breaks free. Now he's over the 35, 40, 45-yard line just about is where he ends up. Nice little second effort after shaking off a tackle. Shane Metter, nice return to the 44. We've had 2 good starts tonight, possession-wise.
Yeah, and how about this? 2 trips to the red zone for the Aces tonight without coming away with points. So, you know, we've been that close, just haven't been able to really put it together and finish the drives off.
Unfortunately, what we're talking about the red zone, we're talking about literally feet into the red zone.
The 20, the 19, not much further than that.
Yeah. But 3 turnovers in the second quarter alone, 2 fumbles and a pick. And the Tigers have taken advantage. So Mount Carmel's got to go to work. The way we like to run the ball, we'll be lucky if we get too many more than 3 possessions in the second half. And here now is Shane Metter. He's under center. 1 setback, and he gets the call. He grabbed the back of, I think that's Elliot Acree. He carries, that's Acree. He carries him with him and plows forward to around the 47. Still a gain of 3, second down.
Yeah, just carried some bodies with him that time. His first carry of the second half, 3 yards. And you're right, Scott. For us, possessions are really limited on a night in, night out basis because of the ground and pound style that we run. So already you kind of feel some urgency here, down 3 scores.
Yeah, I mean our prize possession is an 8-minute drive, and we don't have a lot of those in us now. We don't have time, and that's a nice run that time, powering over the right side across midfield to the 49-yard line, and that's Acree again.
Yep, his 18th run of the night.
So now it's 3rd and short. Oh, my, they move it all the way up to about 3rd and 1. Call it the 47 of Olney. Nice run that time. So that's about 6 yards on the carry.
Yeah, up to an even 80 now on the night for Elliott as the Aces try to get moving here in the 3rd quarter.
So Elliott began the night 15 yards away from the 700-yard mark. He obviously has to clip that, may get past the 800-yard mark as well tonight. The Aces send a receiver wide to the right side, 1 wing. And here is Metter under center, strong side right. And there goes Acree plowing over right tackle for the first down inside the Olney 45 to the 44. Move the chains, another 10 pins, bowling center, first down.
Yeah, move the chains, first down. Aces looking good here to start this quarter. Aces just need to continue with the pace, maybe pick up the tempo at some point here tonight, especially after you can kind of get settled into action here in the 3rd quarter, as the Aces look to try to mount a big comeback.
Now the Aces send 2 receivers out to the right side. There's Webb and Red Andrews A wing to the right, Metter under center. And he will keep it himself. Get on the edge to the right side, and he plows forward inside the 40 to around the 38.
Good job by the Aces testing the edge that time. Metter able to make the turn on the edge. Picks up about 6 yards on that first down run on his third carry of the night.
So second down, and what are we calling it, 4 or 5?
4.
Okay. The beautiful turf at Riverview Stadium, a gorgeous night for football. High today was only 84.
Low 70s next week for highs.
Aces center receiver, 2 to the right side, a slot and a wide out. Acre gets the call, dives near the marker. Let's see where they mark him.
He'll be just short, I think.
Yep. Yeah, they mark him back at the 36, so a yard away. It'll be 3rd and 1 for Mount Carmel.
About 3. Already down to the 9-minute mark here of the third quarter on this opening drive.
Aces have never lost in Little Atlantic Conference play since joining the league in 2022.
25-0.
Now, in terms of LIC opponents in general, it goes way back. The last loss to an LIC team, current or past, is 1991 against Robinson.
It was a playoff loss.
Now 3rd and 1. Handoff. Acre slips his way past the tacklers on the left side of that Olney line and gets a first down all the way inside the 30 to the 25. Nice run, move the chains.
Yeah, give him about 6 on the play. Good pickup for Acre. You talk about that last loss to an LIC team, 1991 in the playoffs against Robinson. The last regular season loss was to these Tigers in 82. Mount Carmel, though, has won an unbelievable 61 straight games against LIC teams coming into this game tonight, and are 94-2 since losing 3 straight in 1978 to LIC opponents.
Well, that long streak is certainly in jeopardy now. It's first down for the Aces, and there's Metter. Takes it back, keeps himself the right
Good
side,
read.
gets a first down run, and then some inside the 20 to around the 18-yard line.
Good run by Metter. Steps out of bounds at the 18, back in the Big R Farm and Home red zone, furthest into that territory I think we've been in a while, maybe all night.
Yep.
First down, Mount Carmel.
And the third trip into that red zone. So the drive continues.
And Mount Carmel now has more offensive yards in this game than the Tigers have, somehow.
So 1st and 10, called the 18 of the Olney Tigers. Here's Metter under center. Is going to hand it off. Acre slips to the right side, but Olney does a pretty good job of containing him out there on the edge of the line. A short gain, call it 2, 2nd down.
You know, what's interesting about Acre is even when you bring him down for what you think is a good play, he's still falling forward for yards. Picks up 2 there on his 22nd carry of the game.
A nice job by Zach Fritchley there. He's a 5'8", 155-pound. And so now 2nd and long for the Aces. From the Tigers 16. Metter under center, 1 setback, and I don't know if that's confusion or there was a late grab, but I think we held on to the football. But almost a problem there in the handoff between Metter and Acre. Metter, I think, kept it.
One didn't want to let go, and I guess both didn't want to let go, and now.
So now it's 3rd and long.
Yeah, no gain on that play after all of that.
Olney, that's on us, that play.
Olney fans making some noise.
Line of scrimmage remains a 16-yard line. 3rd down now for Mount Carmel, and we're going to send 2 receivers out to the left side. And here is a fake throw. Now he does throw it left side, and the pass is tipped around and
caught by Webb.
Caught by Webb at the end.
I don't think he got a first down, though. I think he's around the 11. Webb is shaken up on the play. He's going to need help and have to check out.
Almost a jump pass by him to get it to him on the left side of the line. In traffic, too. Tough pass to even make. And now it's 4th and 3.
It was a 5-yard completion there. First completion of the night for the Aces.
All right, it's 4th down and 3. The Aces need to score on this drive, but they need to make a play right here. From the 11, here is Metter. Keeps it himself. Big hold to the 5. He may get in, and he's in for the touchdown, I think. Let's see.
Just short.
Nope, they're going to call him. Yep, they're going to mark him just shy. But He's within striking distance now, and it's a new set of downs. 1st and goal for Mount Carmel.
Right up at the half-yard line goes Acre, so close to getting into the end zone. Over 100 yards now on the night. But, Scott, look at that clock. It's down to 5:36 already left in just the third quarter here. Wow.
And yet we're to the point, we're so far out of this game right now that we just have to do our thing, and we'll worry about the time situation later. We can't make mistakes or get too optimistic about what we can and can't do. And there's a handoff, and there is a touchdown. The Aces power it through and get the score, and they're on the board with a touchdown run.
That was Kling.
By Jackson Kling, huh?
A 1-yard touchdown run for Kling. First score on the board of the day for the Golden Aces.
And it comes with 5:17 to go in the third quarter. That makes it 21-6.
And these plays become significant here, too.
Aces sent 2 receivers out to the right side, Webb being one of them, so he's back in the game. And there is Metter. He fumbled the ball, and I think Olney fell on it. Yep. So we lost the ball. I'm not sure if Metter was plowing on a keeper to the left side, but that's kind of where the ball popped out as he went low, and Olney fell on it. So now we're still 15 points down now, even after success in scoring. Here's the Jade Investment Advisor Tim Phillips scoreboard. It's Olney 21, Mount Carmel 6, back in 1 minute.
As soon as I came here, I started looking at the programs that they have, and the most that I like, it was early childhood education, and then after I see the classes and everything, that's the one that I picked. I would like to be a teacher in the future. I like it so much because I had the experience to work at Small World with the kids, and each day I learn, and I learn from the kids, and like with my teachers, like they teach me all the stuff that I need to do to be a better teacher. And classes is amazing, so I would just recommend everyone to come here to Wabash Valley College.
Hello, I'm Sarah Harrell. I'm from Crossville, Illinois, and I attend here at Wabash for the Advanced Manufacturing Program. Being here has really helped me grow and really experience what it'll be like later in life, being able to work in a shop and actually run machines. I've loved working on the 3D printer and on the wire EDM and just CNC machines in general. I want to be like a designer and programmer type thing, so I can do most of my time on SolidWorks and programming CNC machines.
Well, Mount Carmel is on the board. It's 21-5 to open the period.
You know, we've done a lot of different things on the kickoffs. Is it too early to think about something like an onside kick? Olney is really punching up close, though, here. They're expecting something short. And a lot of discussion here between the officials before the kickoff is put into play.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody from Olney is thinking play up here.
You can hear some of them.
I'm telling you.
Doing some coaching here on the sidelines.
God love them. You know, God love the fans that are so passionate. But I swear, the loudest, most passionate fan is always put right outside the press box window. Every time.
And there's the kick. It's a little nubber. It goes over 10 yards and then some, recovered 16 yards down the field. So Olney gets a good start out of it. They recovered it at the 44. So I'm not sure if he didn't hit that like he wanted for an onside kick attempt, but it went a little faster and harder that way. And Olney was able to react with nobody scrambling around him. So they have the football. But that's a tough thing to do.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, it is tough to do.
And it's a freshman kicking.
It's tough to do on grass. It's even tougher to do on turf. When the ball hits the turf, all it wants to do is bound around and move.
Yep.
So that's really, really hard to do. But now the Aces defense has got to do what they did on the opening drive of the game for the Tigers and force them to 3 and out, force a punt, get the ball back quickly.
The Tigers have made a few mistakes. The flags have been their worst enemy in this game. Let's see what they do. And a handoff on first down and a short gain. That's Weiler on the carry. And at the 46. And so Jackson Kling on the stop they announced, which is good for the Aces.
You know, how conservative, if you're Coach Carmody of the Tigers, do you get here? You know, you've got a 21-6 lead, inside 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. You want the clock to run. Do you consider throwing the ball at all? We'll see.
Second down, and here is Cawthon. He wants to throw, and he does. He wings it long downfield, and the ball's tipped around, and it's picked off by the Aces at the 10-yard line.
Go!
A return to the 15, switching directions one way, now the other, going to the right side on the return, and finally over the 30-yard line. Well, a breath of fresh air from Mount Carmel. They generate the turnover now.
Who got that pick? Was it Fulop? I couldn't see clearly.
Well, it almost seems like it was Fulop, I think. So we're going to give it to Tobias Fulop on the pickoff. And boy, Mount Carmel needed something, a shot in the arm maybe, just coming after their first score. Let's see what they do with the football now. Line of scrimmage is the 35-yard line. Cawthon just gunned it downfield on the fly, and Mount Carmel picked it off. A senior in the core was Tobias Fulop. And we'll see how this plays out. If that leads to a turnaround here, that'll be the play of the night.
Well, the defense did better than what I wanted them to do. Force a punt. They got a pick.
So now here is Metter, two receivers to the right side, and the ball carrier goes that way as well. And let's see if it's Acree or Kling that gets up off that stack.
No,
one player stays down.
Would be the key. It is Acree.
It is Acree on the carry. That's, I think, Mason. Nope. Or is that Downing? No, I think it's
63.
Oh, Stinson, Reed Stinson. Is that who came up?
A little hobbled, I think.
But he stays in the game. He's going to be okay. And meanwhile, they mark the ball at the 39-yard line.
So gain of about 4, huh?
Okay, 2nd and 6. And now Acree sets down, wing to the right side, and it'll be Metter on the carry. And he's knocked down at the line of scrimmage. Couldn't quite get the cut on the edge and give him progress, but just a yard. Well, no, maybe more. To the 41, they mark him now. So it looks a little better, 3rd and 4.
Give him 2. It almost looked like Acree would have been the better one to get that carry, as he seemed to be a little further upfield after he stopped motion, but big read and a big 3rd down play here, 3rd and 4.
Olney leads 21-6. Mount Carmel has just scored, and Olney has just turned it over on a pick. And now here are the Aces. There's a pitch. Here's Acree on the edge. He's running hard, getting to the marker. Has the first down across the 45. Not by much, but enough to the 46 or 7.
First time I think we've seen Acree accept the pitch. And the Aces able to move the chains. Elliot Acree's 25th carry of the game puts him at 113 yards.
Not one of those bulwarkers from the backfield run on the corner now, and it worked for Acree. It's a hard charging run to the 46. And a new set of downs. Again, the Aces have a wing to the right receiver that way as well. And this will be a handoff. Ball carrier drive straight forward. Not much, short gain. Nice tackling inside of the front of that Olney line on the run by Kling.
Yeah, not much there that time. 2 yards for Kling. Outside of his big 30-yard run, he's been held pretty well in check tonight by the Tigers. His 8th carry for 42 yards.
2:19 to go, 3rd quarter. Mount Carmel down 15 points.
7 carries for 12 yards for Kling outside of that big 30-yard run earlier.
One setback. And a wide out to the right side. This time Kling gets the call. Oh, he shakes off a tackle. That may be enough. Oh, nope, they're going to stop him short of the marker. Sure. What a move by Kling to wiggle out of a tackle. That would have been for a loss. As it is, he goes to the 47, and it'll be 3rd and short.
Multiple flags down, though, on the play. There's one, I think it could be a towel, perhaps. We'll see. But I see a flag at around the 47-yard line of the Tigers and a flag at around the 46-yard line of the Aces.
That wouldn't be their 3rd defensive face mask, would it? I don't think so.
Afraid
it's going to be
a hold, but we'll see. 2 fouls.
2 fouls. Maybe they'll offset. Oh, 2.
2 holdings against the Aces, so they'll enforce the one that's furthest back.
And so there we go, back to the 38-yard line, and now it's 2nd and long.
Ooh, boy.
2nd and about 17 or so.
2 minutes exactly left here in quarter number 3, and 2nd and about 18, I think.
All right, let's see if the Aces can bail out of this jam now. Here is Shane Metter. Hands it off. Ball carrier plows right side. Short gain, not a lot. It'll be third and long now. Line of scrimmage will mark it up to the 47, even the 48 maybe. And he's still got a ways to go.
That was Acree, got about 4. The Aces now over 200 yards of total offense at 2:05. So 3rd and 14 from 2nd and 18. And the Aces in a big hole right now on this drive, thanks to the penalty.
1:23 to go in the third quarter. Here is Red Andrews, checks out wide to the left side, double wing set, one setback. It's Metter under center. He backs up, wants to throw.
That's a false start on the Aces. We flinched on the line. Can't do that. 3rd and 19.
Kind of tipped our hands of what we were going to do too, doesn't it? And it'll cost us 5 yards. It did stop the clock. We're down to 1:12 to go in the third quarter. Now it's 3rd and longer.
There have been some big penalties in this ball game both ways, haven't there?
Yep. So 13-9, about 19 yards to go for the Aces. It is 3rd down. You know, at this point in the game, if we get anything on 3rd down, I think this is a 4th down.
Yeah.
Because we have to keep the football for long periods of time if we're at our best.
We do
not have long periods of time.
And we're not, speaking of time, the play clock's at 5, and we're just now to the line on 3rd and 19.
So here we go. Here's Metter. He got the snap off. He throws it long down the fly on the right side, and the pass is incomplete. Man-to-man coverage inside the 40, and now it's 4th down. Pass was intended. In fact, looks like a cramp for the Mount Carmel receiver down there on the fly. He's still down on the field. They'll work on him very quickly.
Yeah, just not able to haul it in, so officials timeout for the injury. As the Aces player is shaken up there, they'll send both teams to a water break here.
It's been a warm day today, so don't blame him for that. And that was Webb, who was shaken up a little bit. He gets off the field, looks to be okay. Clock stops with 41 seconds to go in the third period.
4th and 19, are you punting here? I think probably at this point, since you didn't get anything on 3rd down, but boy, you hate to squander that free opportunity with a football the defense gave you.
Yeah.
Penalties took the Aces out of the drive. A false start, a hold, and now a punt on 4th and forever.
And is this going to be Wiggins? Is that who we're seeing? Yes.
I believe so.
Yep. Wiggins will do the punting. He's standing back at around his own 25-yard line. And Olney takes one man and puts him deep on the.
That's Widener, Aiden Widener, I believe, is back.
Oh, I thought it was Pine
Oh,
Fetty.
you're right.
Yeah. And here's Wiggins gets the kick away. Olney doesn't need to send anybody.
Oh, it's heading out of bounds.
Yeah, and upfield too. Yep. So off the side of his foot, let's see where the officials are going to walk it to. And Olney's going to get great field position here at the tail end of the third quarter.
At the 44-yard line of the Aces. It was from the 37 to the 44.
13, 19-yard punt. So at the 44, the Tigers will start. And we have 32 seconds left in the third period. Olney leads 21-6.
Scott Cawthorn had thrown just 2 picks in his previous 56 passes coming into the game tonight. Throws one here tonight. This is a team that doesn't turn the ball over often.
2x2 on the receivers core, too, with a slot and wide out both ways. And now the quarterback, Cawthorn, will keep. Runs to the left side, gets a short gain to the 45, called the 46, maybe 2 on the play. And that should be the last play of the third period. 16 seconds to go. Play clock just started. Olney doesn't need to be in any hurry. And that'll do it. They don't look to be even making a move to the line. So, Mount Carmel, well, they won the third quarter 6-0, but they've got a long way to go because they were down 21-0 at halftime. The Jade Investment Advisor Tim Phillips scoreboard reads Olney 21, Mount Carmel 6. Back with the fourth frame in 1 minute.
Hello, I'm Andrea Lull from Robinson, Illinois. For my first appointment, I knew I chose the right orthopedic center. The day of surgery went like planned, registration went smooth, pre-surgery, and the nurse made me feel very comfortable. I'm currently 3 months out of surgery. I don't even feel like I had a total hip replacement, but I am having a much better quality of life with my new hip. WGH, we're going home.
Hi, I'm David James, president of Mount Carmel Public Utility Company.
And I'm Elijah Hadra, one of the captains at the Mount Carmel Fire Department.
Let's start with our first tip, the optimal locations for fire alarms.
So smoke alarms should be installed on every level of your home, outside each sleeping area, and inside every bedroom. For the best protection, we recommend that you interconnect all the smoke alarms so that when one sounds, they all sound.
Hey, we'd like to thank J.C. Linson for serving us up some great sandwiches and some drinks tonight as well, as they did on our last home game a couple of weeks ago. Man.
The Snake Pit tailgate crew served it up again here tonight. Appreciate it.
Along with Kyle Peach, I'm Scott Allen. We go to the fourth quarter, and Olney leads it 21-6. The Tigers have the football. Second down. And 9 to go. And here is the quarterback. He's going to try to run. Dodges one, has running room. And the Aces, though, managed to slow him down, but don't tackle him. And now he's got a first down. We didn't close, and he's down the right sidelines, and he might score a touchdown. He just did. Wow, he shook a tackle, should have been tackled for a loss, and he just scored a touchdown from how many yards away?
54 yards.
Cawthon, his third touchdown. Runs of 143 and 54. And now the Tigers can smell something. They lead 27-6 on the first play of the fourth quarter.
Well, Scott, I'm telling you, this Cawthon kid is the real deal. And did we tell you he's just a junior? How about that? 54-yard run. He's up to 146 yards on just 8 carries. And we're tending to another cramp on an Aces player back here near where that would-be tackle occurred on Cawthorn back at the 45. I think it's Webb again. Nope, this time it is Acree who is cramping up.
So Mount Carmel had just begun to feel a little bit better about things. They scored the only touchdown of the third period. They did generate a turnover, so they were holding their head up a little bit, and then all of a sudden, boom, another big play, and now we're back behind the 8 ball at 27-6.
Yeah, boy, that just a killer for the Aces. You're down 3 scores, you score, and then your defense gets you a turnover, and then the offense has to punt away the football, thanks in large part to penalties on that last drive, and then the Tigers explode for a score on a big run by Cawthorn when it looked like we had him brought down again.
And are we going to get a 1 or a 2-point try? Well, everybody's following over underneath where the play is, so it looks like we're going to just do a kick. They ran a 2-point conversion out of this earlier to surprise us. Or we knew it was around as an option, but we weren't ready for it at the time. And now here's Widener on to do the kick. There's the snap ball down. The kick is up, and it's no good. So that's where we are. The Jade Investment Advisor Tim Phillips scoreboard. 14 seconds into the fourth quarter shows Olney ahead of Mount Carmel, 27-6. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Your new vehicle is at Steve Faulkner Automotive in Mount Carmel. Get a new 2024 Dodge Hornet for only $25,999 and the 2024 Ram HD, now up to $11,000 at Steve Faulkner Automotive. Get your new Ford at Steve Faulkner Automotive. New 2024 Ford Super Duty with 3.9% APR and Ford Broncos now up to $6,000 off MSRP. See them all at SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com.
A voice over the phone asking you for your PIN number to verify who you are is a major red flag. Be cautious also of similar questions via email, text, or phone. October is National Cyber Security Awareness Month, and the First National Bank is sharing several tips and tricks to fight against fraud on their Facebook page. So be sure to follow along.
Well, Mount Carmel had just made a move down by 3 touchdowns to drive the ball down the field. A lot of time, and we knew that is just the way Mount Carmel operates. And then Olney suddenly comes back and scores. So now we've taken out the third quarter, and now we're in the fourth quarter. We're still down by 3 touchdowns, and we still need 2 or 3 possessions of some length to overhaul the deficit.
Scott, Mount Carmel took possession at the start of the third quarter as that one goes into the end zone for a touchback. And the Aces ended that drive in the end zone, but it took all the way down to 5:17 remaining. It took 10 minutes for us to move down the field and score the last time we got the football. We need 3 scores in 11 minutes now.
And 3 scores may not be enough.
Right. And you got to stop them,
and
too.
we've got to convert, too, after the touchdowns.
Got to convert. The Tigers have missed an extra point or 2 tonight, which would help in that department. But, boy, we've only stopped them once, and that was on their opening drive. And then we had the pick, which helped as well. But 2 stops, that's it. Of the Aces defense against this Tiger team tonight.
Then all you can do is just go back to work. Can't do anything if we don't score, so we just got to score and do our thing. And here, let's see, what do we do? Uh-oh, I think we fumbled the ball on the handoff on first down. Olney acts like they've got it, but
they do.
And they do. The 4th turnover for Mount Carmel. And Olney has the football at the Mount Carmel 17.
And we've got an injured Aces player on the deck to boot on top of that, which may be why the ball was fumbled. We'll have to see who that is that's down out there. But 3 fumbles and a pick tonight for the Aces. We've lost all 3 fumbles. And just a note to our friends in Olney, there are some officials, when you bring these noisemakers to the stands, if you honk them while the game's going on, it's not good. You could get your team a penalty. So in between plays is fine, but don't honk them when the game's going on. But who is down out here? And that's a scary proposition for the Aces.
Yeah,
young, we can ill afford to lose anybody, and that is Metter.
And he is making it out under his own power. Yeah, he may have kind of reached back at the point, too, to try to get the football back and twisted his body frame a little bit at the wrong time when he was hit. But he looks to be, it looks that he'll be able to return, but that's just speculation, of course. And anyway, Olney's on offense.
4 turnovers tonight.
They marked the football at the 15-yard line. Now, this would be a put-away score here.
This would be it.
They probably have enough already, but this would about do us in. And here is Cawthon. Hands it off. Weiler jump stop, still on his feet, managed to keep going and gets inside the 10. Nice run by Weiler.
It's about 7. Scott, it's just remarkable what these backs have done to Mount Carmel. A total of 17 rushing attempts. 17 for 221 yards. That's a big average. Big play Olney here tonight.
The receivers are spread 2 by 2. A slot and a wide out each direction. One set back to the left of Cawthon, and that is Weiler. They drop the snap, and Weiler picks it up off the deck and breaks it inside the 5. He's going to get in. Touchdown. How about that? A fumble on the snap. He picked it up and scored, and everything is going Olney's way tonight.
Weiler, the snap picked up off the deck. More missed tackles, and Weiler puts the exclamation point on this one for Olney.
10:53 to go in the 4th period, and now the score is 33-6 Olney.
Weiler's 2nd touchdown rushing of the night, the Tigers' 5th. And they're going for 2. And there's a flag down before the play got going, I think. Olney thinks they're in, but there's a flag down.
Not a bit of motion. Let's just see. A lot of people were moving here.
You don't mind Olney going for 2 here, giving Mount Carmel's ability to go for 2 themselves on every play to get the 2 back that they've lost. And there's a lot of confusion right now out on the field.
Yeah. And now
they're talking to Michael Brewer about what we want to do on the penalty, I believe.
Too many men in the backfield, yeah.
So the penalty was declined for too many men in the backfield. Aces let the result of the play stand, which is the try was no good. So the run fails there.
So a Jade Investment Advisor Tim Phillips scoreboard shows this. Mount Carmel 6, 10:53 left in this one. We're back in 1 minute.
Have you ever lost power? Many get a home generator. Now there's something much Tesla Powerwall.
Another favorite point of having my solar panels and battery backup, the Powerwall, it does give me a feeling of security for my family. I have 2 boys, I have a wife, she's a nurse, she has to be able to get up and go to work at any point. I wear a CPAP machine, so I need that to make sure that I don't stop breathing for too long while I'm asleep.
Go to mortonsolar.com.
Meet the dentists at Comprehensive Dental Care.
And around the 29-30 yard line.
That was Andrews, actually, on the
Andrew,
return.
Okay, so a nice return. That's what I get for not putting the Binox on it. There you go.
And I just went with you, right?
No, that was your mistake. So there you go. And so the Aces will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, Scott, I think if there were any doubters about is this Olney team for real, the Tigers have answered that question in dramatic fashion here tonight.
Like I said earlier in the broadcast, I mean, how many times in your life do you ever see a team go from 0-9 to a definitely pending 6-0 with a chance to go 9-0? I'm not so sure they won't beat KZ when they play them.
Yeah, and you look at the guys who have done all the damage tonight, and I'm not looking at the line, and those people that are linemen and parents of linemen will tell you that's where the game is won. I get that. But Weiler is a senior. Feeney is a junior. Cawthorn is a junior. They're all coming back.
And handoff, ball carriers at Acree, powering to the left side. And
boy, we've got guys down everywhere.
Yeah, we've got 1 player down. You're right, 2 down on the same play. One in the backfield area. Oh, my land, 2. And one of them is Metter again. He just rolled over enough to see his jersey. So he is down again.
Wow.
And now another player just a few feet away from him.
That player has hopped up.
No, I don't.
No, he
I
has
see
not.
2.
I beg your pardon.
I see 2
He's
still.
not.
Well, Metter was shaken up a minute ago. And they're not raising any legs for cramps, either one of these 2. So the clock stops. We have 10:28 to go on this one. Don't forget, next week, Mount Carmel is at KZ. 7 o'clock for the kick, 6 o'clock for the broadcast right here.
So many players down that the Olney trainer is coming onto the field to assist here. 2 players down on the same play for a Mount Carmel team who can ill afford to lose any of them. And both are down for extended period here. Remarkably through all this, Scott, there's
Metter gets
Metter
up,
is up.
and he is making, again, under his own power.
Yeah.
A little bit of a gingerly gait, but he's making it out.
You know, the score is what the score is, 33-6. You know, the interesting thing for me, Mount Carmel has run way more plays, but still only trails Olney by 25 yards in total. The other play.
Yes, I think that's who that is.
Let's get you the name.
He's making his.
That's Aiden Reynolds, the sophomore out there.
One of the linemen for the Aces, and he made it out as well.
So 2 guys down, both out gingerly there, but we'll see what happens. And now, you know, Metter's got to come out for at least a play, if not longer, because he was injured on that last play. So who will be the quarterback at this point for Mount Carmel? We'll find out.
All right, it may be. Let's see, Militoni.
Yeah, it could be. I believe that might be right.
Let's see, though.
Yep,
it's going to be Andrew Militoni with Elliot Acree, his setback. And the Aces hustle a player in, and now he doesn't know if he's coming in or going out. And now we're to set, and that might be Webb on that play.
2-1.
2 receivers left side. We got the snap off in time, and nice run. Maybe enough for the first down. Looks like it. Elliot Acree.
Yeah, Acree gets 6 yards on that play. He's had a lot of yards tonight, 128 yards rushing the football. Moves the chains for a first down as the Aces trying to get it together here. But boy, this has been a night where Olney is proving doubters wrong against this Aces team.
And now man switches positions. Our wing left goes wing right now.
Timeout,
That's Feldman. We
Aces.
called a timeout. We weren't ready. Couldn't get it in time. The play clock was down to 1. So a timeout. Brought to you by Country Financial Representative Tia Morgan. Olney in great shape, but exactly 10 minutes to go in this one. They lead Mount Carmel 33-6. Back in 1 minute.
Hi, I have a question. I heard you were owned by the people who manage their money day to day with you.
Yep.
And that you're a not-for-profit version of a bank.
Yep.
And because you are owned by the people who manage their day-to-day money with you, and because you are the not-for-profit version of a bank, you work to keep good rates, so it's easier to borrow or to save for life milestones.
Yep. Just people helping people. Was there a question?
Yep. How do I sign up?
You can apply for a membership online at cafcu.org or come into our local branch at 1011 Oak in Mount Carmel if you have any questions.
What does CAFU stand for?
It's Corporate America Family Credit Union. It's so many words because we're helping so many people.
Well, that makes sense.
Elliott Akery took the handoff from Shane Metter. Nice run to the left side and enough for the first down as they move the football now to the Olney 48. So this drive continues. Another 1st and 10 Pins Bowling Center first down.
Well, you talked about where would Elliott Akery take his yardage to tonight. He's up to 139 yards on the ground.
So he's at 824 now for the season. And this is just week 6. And he gets another call. Gallops to right side, hangs onto the football, dives inside the 45 to the 4.
Tony has stayed in the game at quarterback. Shane Metter has not returned, although he might. No, that's not him coming out now. I thought he might be coming back out there instead. Into the game for the Aces comes number 1. That's Xander Bader out there for Mount Carmel.
9:29 to go in the game. Well, the book on Buzz, he has a pretty good arm, so let's see if they're going to be content to have him run the fumble, a drop, but this time Militoni fell on it. Wow, it's happened again.
Yeah, well, and that's where you're seeing your backup quarterback come in, not taking as many snaps with the center as the starter Metter does, and so that fumble will go as a loss on the play.
And now it's 3rd and 9. Line of scrimmage, the 47. Well, next week, week 7, the Aces travel to Casey. Don't forget that is a Saturday ball game. In case I mentioned Friday, it is a Saturday game. Aces have 2 receivers to the left side, a wing that way, and flag down.
False start.
As Webb got the call, wasn't it? No, that was Bader got the call. And we go backwards 5 yards.
Well, we want to remind you it's going to be a late night, but after the game is over, a Hall of Fame reception out at Stymie's Rest at West Berwick. Head on out and help us out. Celebrate that class.
Yep. Oh, what a group of honorees we had this year. Holy mackerel. Back to the other side of the 50 goes the football. It's now 3rd and very long for the Aces from the 47 on our side of the field. Militoni backs up, little dump pass. It's caught by Webb out on the left side, and he gets forward progress, gets enough. He's still on the move inside Olney territory, down inside the 40 to around the 35. Now they're going to mark him way back at the 37. However, that's enough for the first down.
Yeah, how about that great play? Recap that for me. What I was dealing with.
That was Jack Webb on the catch.
Okay.
And all the way to the 37. Nice run down the left sidelines. Little short dump by Andrew Militoni. Militoni under center. Wing left, 2 receivers left. And he's going to hand it off. There's Xander Bader getting a full head of steam up. Now cuts back to the middle. He's inside the 25, down to around the 24-yard line, and for a first down.
About Xander Bader missed some time because of an injury. Gets his 9th call of the year on the ground. Had 56 yards, average 7 per carry coming in. And gets about 13 here for a first down.
We're down to 8:05 to go in the game. And Owls win over Mount Carmel since 1982. Where were you in 1982? Were you even born yet,
I
Kyle?
was 3 years old.
Oh, okay. Now Militoni under center. 2 receivers and a wing to the left. And the setbacks pitch that way. Bader gets the pitch and dives left side. Gets some progress before he's tripped up at around the 20-yard line.
So Bader becoming the workhorse here. Consecutive carry goes for about 3.
We'll visit with Aces coach Michael Brewer after the game. And it's been kind of a long game. Not that Mount Carmel it has anything to do with that. We'd like to run the football and take time off the clock, but there have been so many penalties and so many stops and turnovers and injuries, etc. It's just been a long one. And there is a handoff. Bader, no, he's rung up as soon as he got that handoff. And dropped for a loss, and now it's 4th down. And back it goes, the football to the 24-yard line.
Yeah, he loses the 3 or about that. They do give him a little bit more progress, but still a 2-yard loss,
And
3rd and 9.
It is 3rd. They'd already changed the marker of the down indicator. And here come the Aces to the line. And we note Keegan Linson. I think he's shaken up earlier because he's been in the game. I don't think he had any downtime or very little. Militoni throws it off to the right to left side, and that is to Jackson Kling, or is it to Bader? Yeah, it's Webb on the catch. And he got progress, but it's not enough. And Olney, that's 4th down now, and the line of scrimmage is the 20-yard line, 21. 4th down at about 6. At this point, kind of a last gasp, the 6-minute mark. And here come the Aces to the line. It'll be Militoni under center. Bader is set back, and Olney just jumped. So that won't give us the 1st down, but it'll be more in our wheel horse now. Now march the football inside the 20 to around the 16-yard line. And for the record, that is our 4th trip to the Big R Farm and home red zone. I think maybe. Not too many. And the first 2 were literally feet inside the 20. Now 2 receivers to the left, wing left. 1 set back, and Militoni hands it off to Bader. He cuts it across to 15, and enough for the 1st down, and we move the chains again. They will mark him all the way to the 12-yard line. And so Mount Carmel hangs on to the football, but we're going to be inside the 5-minute mark soon. We're at 5:25.
Bader's 5th carry unofficial on the night.
And here come the Aces now. Two receivers again to the left. And Militoni will hands Bader cutting left now up the middle. He plows forward, get inside the 10. Let's see where they mark him. Get around the 8 or the 7, maybe a 5-yard gain or so. And it'll be 2nd down and call it 4. So the Aces getting close to the goal line here. They're just in at about the 5-yard line. But the Aces trail in this one 33-6. And now Bader takes a spot on the backfield behind Matter, who tried to draw the Tigers off. They apparently stayed put. He got off to Bader. He is stormed under inside. They didn't give him much at all as he tried to work his way to the left side. And it'll be 2nd down, a 3rd down. They mark him down at the, where did they put the football?
Looks like
at
about
the 5.
the 5,
So maybe no gain on the play. The Aces can go to about the 2.
Inside of 4 minutes to go, and
so
what has been a very long night here at the Snake Pit.
I mean, basically, we're just playing out the string in this one here. And so the Aces now send their receivers, one receiver to the right side. And we do deuce backfield set.
Play clock says 0.
Okay. And they call it on the Aces. They put Acre and Kling back there.
Boy, we have done nothing but stub ourselves in the foot all night long.
You know, we really do have a lot of trouble with the play clock considering it's week 6.
Yeah.
But this is, again, a young team, but it is week 6. 3rd down at about 9 for the Aces. Line of scrimmage is the 10. And it's now, as I mentioned, Kling and Acree, the deuce backfield set behind Metter, and it's Acree gets the call, punches forward inside the 5 to around the 3, maybe the 4, and it'll be 4th down from there, and we're down to 3 minutes left.
Well, 4th down and a lot to get here for the Aces. About 4 more yards needed on a 4th and 4, and I am sure that the Olney Tiger defense thinks this is their moment to put the finishing touches on this ball game.
They want to add the exclamation point. We're down to 13, and we haven't broken the huddle yet. Here we go. Coming to the football. Looks like we'll get the snap off in time.
4 seconds, though.
And here's Militoni. Sets down under center.
0.
And we missed it again. Did the flags come? And
No.
Militoni kept it, and he's going to get dropped shy. Militoni tried to work it to the left side and got stopped shy, and Olney has added that punctuation mark. There's the cherry on top of the ice cream for the Tigers. And they'll take over with a chance to run out the clock and cement a one-sided victory. 2:21 to go.
Well, it just, one of those nights where I think, Mount Carmel's youth, this young team kind of got exposed a little bit. 4 turnovers, 4 fumbles, 1 interception. Shane Metter goes down injured late in the game. We haven't seen him back out there. Hope he's all right. We've seen a couple of other injuries too, which Mount Carmel can ill afford, especially at this point in the season where this game and the next against Casey are arguably the most critical of the game. It is going to be gut check time for Mount Carmel next week.
Yep, Mount Carmel will fall to 3-3 with a loss. And there's a handoff. Cawthon gives it to Weiler, I believe. Cuts back to the right side. And they can just play out the string here now. What do we got timeout-wise?
We have 2. They have 3.
I don't even think we're going to play that game.
No.
2:05 to go, so they should be able to run it out. Probably it's knee time if we're not going to stop the clock. And we're down to 17 on the play clock here. It is 2nd down and about 7. So Olney will improve to 6-0 and 4-0 in the conference. And this will send a few little shockwaves around the LIC. Those LIC fans who had never seen Mount Carmel lose in the conference. Well, they're about to. A nice run by Cawthon.
Boy.
He breaks it open. He gallops away from another tackle. Finally, we converge on him at the 40, but that's a big run. Full up on the stop. It's 1st and 10, and it is over now.
A 31-yard run by Cawthon. 177 yards, and he's run the ball 9 times. Goodness.
I think there's an injury out there. Is it one of them?
Oh, wow. Now, there is an injury. It is an ace that is down. I see the gold helmet.
Okay.
It looks like a cramp again this time.
Right along the sidelines. Yep. Let's see if we can get a number on it. It might be Xander Bader.
We talked about, a lot of clock issues. We've seen this is about as late in a year as I've seen cramps going on.
Yeah, of course it was a warm one today, warmer than we would have thought. I didn't. In fact, when I left,
it is Bader who's up now walking off.
I left my homestead. My car said 90 degrees, so it didn't get that warm. But 84, it was kind of a humid 84. So Bader check, and we are down to 1:31 to go. Olney headed for the win. So what's the streak that's ending now?
Well, this will be, so now Carmel will be all alone as the most active win streak the Aces had. So now Carmel had beaten Olney 27 straight times, the same number that we've beaten Carmel in a row. That streak ends.
Well, sorry, Carmel, we didn't get it done for you.
We made you the lone one here.
Olney's in victory formation here. As soon as the official lets the play begin.
What is the holdup? We have been holding up all night long here tonight.
Line of scrimmage is the 40-yard line.
I mean, really.
And the Olney players hugging each other a little bit on the sidelines. It's been over for a little bit, but now that all indications of a tremendous miracle upset are completely gone, now they can celebrate. And we're inside a minute, 53 seconds to go. So it's something. A team like Olney marches into Mount Carmel and completely owns the Aces. But Mount Carmel was its own worst enemy. with 4 turnovers, 3 in the quarter when Olney scored 21 unanswered points to take a lead they never relinquished.
This is what it looks like when you end 42 years of frustration.
And that'll do it. They take the final snap. There go the horns. The players are jumping as they head to the sidelines. They do not need to take another step. And how about the Olney Tigers? Very few sports teams go from 0-5 one year to 6-0 the next, and it may not be done for the Tigers. It may still just be the beginning of a historic turnaround of almost unprecedented proportions. And Olney wins it tonight, and there it is. The final look at the Jade Investment Advisor Tim Phillips scoreboard. History has been made tonight. Olney has ended 42 years of frustration, and they down Mount Carmel. The final score 33-6. We're back with the totals and highlights and a visit with Michael Brewer in 2 minutes.
At Southgate Furniture, we're celebrating a new season and new location. We've just opened the doors at our new location. We have everything you need to make your home game day ready. From cozy recliners for watching the big game to stylish dining sets for post-game celebrations. We've got it all. As proud supporters of the Golden Aces, we know a strong team go hand in hand with a great community. So, whether you're gearing up for game day or looking to refresh your space, come visit us at 1 Southgate Drive. Southgate Furniture, where comfort meets community. Go Aces!
Mount Carmel, we've been solely focused on stabilization since 1949. Stabilization is all that.
Quality is an important foundation to build your company on. Being a specialized contractor, it's of the utmost importance because it's what our entire reputation is built upon.
Basically, what we do is an insurance policy to keep your job moving.
We're going to go where our customers take us, and wherever that is, we hope to be the best at what we do.
H&R Block in Mount Carmel, featuring a convenient drive-through window, is proud to sponsor sports. When the time comes, we want you to remember the name H&R Block and our location, 615 Walnut Street, Mount Carmel. We have expert tax pros with combined experience of over 50 years to guarantee your taxes are done correctly. No one offers more ways to help you with your taxes. The tax pros at H&R Block in Mount Carmel are here year-round to help you with our convenient drive-through window. We guarantee. Stop by or give us a call today.
Hi, my name is Rylan Robb. I am from Albion, Illinois, and I am a radio TV major here at Wabash Valley College. From broadcasting all sorts of sports games to producing my own TV show and radio show, the hands-on experience is as much as you want to do with it. In terms of the program itself, I think it's really special. It's really like almost a little family in a way, and it's really been really nice being able to experience the things I have with people who really appreciate it with me.
What a celebration for the Olney Tigers. They defeated Mount Carmel 33-6, their first win over the Aces since 1982. And what a celebration. The team came along with cheerleaders and coaches and everybody. They stood on the sidelines facing the Olney fans, shoulder to shoulder, and sang the school fight song. And then there were 2 of them sneaking around with a water container, and they chased down Luke Carmody, and, well, they soaked him. All that, a massive celebration you wouldn't normally see in a regular season game, but this game, it was just history for the visitors from Richland County. Unprecedented. They're now 6-0 after an 0-9 season last year. They win it going away here, 33-6. Mount Carmel made some noise in the third quarter. They trailed 21-0 at halftime. Scored once in the third quarter, then generated a turnover after they had scored once in the third quarter, then generated a turnover after they had made 3 in the third quarter. Got one away from Olney, but couldn't do anything with the football. They later turned it over again. Olney scored 12 unanswered points in the fourth quarter, and they won it 33-6.
Well, partner, it was, this one was one that Olney's had circled on the calendar since probably last year's game in which the Aces won at the Tigers' house, and they came out with a vengeance. They got done what they wanted to accomplish, and hey, I guess in his second season, Coach Carmody's coach for life now with the win he just pulled off against the team that everybody strives to beat in Southern Illinois, the Mount Carmel Golden Aces, and they get it done. They end that 42-year game straight winning streak against LIC teams for the Aces comes to a close, as does that Carmel has had against the Olney Tigers. All good things must come to an end, and it did here tonight for the Aces against Olney.
Yeah, streaks don't last forever, and they found out tonight. But what a run it has been for Mount Carmel. And, you know, you feel for the KZ Warriors. They were chomping at the bit to get their chance. They came close last year, dragging Mount Carmel into a 3-point ball game, 23-20, here at the Snake Pit. So they almost pulled it off a year ago. So they had their sights set, and KZ would be the team to end Mount Carmel's streak if it was going to happen. But I don't think anybody saw Olney coming. Once they got a chance to get a full roster healthy, and you've got 1 year under Carmody's belt, and now his system is continuing to advance, and lo and behold, look what happened this year. In year number 2 for Luke Carmody, and they're the story in Southern Illinois this year, aren't they? They certainly are now.
And they're not done. Cawthorn's still a junior. He'll be back. They got a lot of weapons coming back next year, and so this Olney team's going to be good for a while. How about this? Unofficially, and I'm sure that I've missed something somewhere, but at the end of the night, total offense for both teams, exactly 266 yards both ways. An even kilt number in terms of yardage. Certainly goes Olney's way on the scoreboard. I had Elliot Acree carrying the ball 31 times for 144 yards to pace the Aces. Xander Bader, 7 carries for 23. Shane Metter had 6 carries for 28. Andrew Militoni, 2 for a net -3. Tobias Fulop, 9 yards on 2 carries tonight for a total of 243 on the ground for the Aces. Through the air, Shane Metter, 1 of 4 for 5 yards with a pick. And that completion was to Jack Webb, 3 yards, as it was Militoni who threw the other completion for 18. Here's Michael Brewer.
Well, the Aces head coach is nice enough to sit down with us, so we're getting the headset on, and after this one here tonight, here at the Snake Pit, they're all posing for pictures now at the end zone. Coach, thank you for the time. A tough one tonight, huh?
Yeah, we didn't play well. We played poorly and didn't execute. And, they're a good football team. You can't play poorly when you play good football teams.
Yeah, just, the turnover bugaboo. We really had avoided that this year, but it all erupted and at once, too.
Yeah, so it was a combination of penalties, turnovers, and poor tackling. So just a brutal combination of errors there. You know, those are 3 things. Turnovers and poor tackling, you're just not going to overcome those. These are just kind of the icing on the cake there. So, just too many mistakes. And again, if you play a good team, I mean, what did we lose the turnover battle, like 4-1, 5-1?
Yeah, something like that.
It was brutal. We got inside the 20 a couple of times in the first half, knowing that we got the ball when we come back out, right? So that was what we wanted. We wanted to be getting the ball in the second half, and we were trying to be in a situation where we could steal a possession and score and come back out and get the ball. And we had two possessions at least, maybe 3 in the first half inside the 20 down there, and we just shoot ourselves in the foot. And like I said, so the mistakes can't happen, and we got to finish drives.
Well, so then you come out in the second half though, and we buckled down and got a score, and you know we took some time off the clock, but that's just the way we are. Yeah. We got to worry about later, but you had to score now, and we did, and then we generated turnover, and you know we got a little bit of hope there, and things are looking a little better, and boom.
So did exactly what we needed to do coming out of the half. So that was good. We executed well on that possession and that drive. We got the turnover we needed, but then lo and behold, here come the penalties again, and we're backed up, and we're not in we're just not in a position that we're going to be able to play from, right? 3rd and 19 does not suit us in the way we're playing football right now. So again, but when we ran plays and we had penalties, we were moving the ball, we were going forward. Like I said, we were in the red zone several times, and then we would come up lame.
Well, so I think Kyle's numbers actually had total offense equal for both teams, 266. So there you go. Yep.
So, you know, we were methodical, and we were able to run clock, and, we're trying to keep the ball away from them as much as we could, and we wanted to possess the football. But again, like when you do that, you have to finish drives. You can't give it back to them when you get in the red zone and shoot. The penalties were brutal.
And Coach, some injuries tonight. Too early to tell on any of them.
Yeah, I just think we're banged up. Hopefully, nothing that's gonna some of them will linger just because they're ankle sprains and things like that. But you know what I mean, things that hopefully don't keep anybody out for an extended period anyway.
And so we knew this was the tough part of the season. Really kind of started last week with Paris, but next week we go to Casey.
Yep. So it won't get any easier. It'll be just as difficult next week. So, and we're just going to have to come back on Monday and, get ready and go from there. So.
All right, Coach. Thanks for the time. I
Yep.
appreciate it.
Thanks.
That is Aces coach Michael Brewer. After this tough one tonight, the Olney Tigers won at 33-6 in Little Illini Conference football. The first ever loss for Mount Carmel in their brief history in the LIC. What is this, year number 3 in that car? 4?
Started in 21.
Yeah, so year number 4. And still an impressive start for the conference, but there you go. It ends. That's okay. There's always a chance to start another one. And over the years, Mount Carmel has been disappointed to have one streak again, and they've built streaks bigger and better than ever in years after that. So there's always a new streak on the line somewhere.
Partner, you and I got to wrap this up kind of quick. We got to get out to MC an event out at Stymie's Rest for the Hall of Fame, but here are some quick scores. Newton beats Paris tonight. How about that? Newton beats Paris 20-14. Casey blanks Marshall 42-0. So the two unbeatens in the league are Casey and Olney, and that game will be on October 18th in Olney. If you CZR falls to Carmel 64-27. Johnston City leading Hamilton County big. Cesar-Valier 38, Edwards County nothing. Eastern Green beats Red Hill, leading 28-12 in the fourth. Gibson Southern 39, Washington 10 in the fourth. Taylorville beats Effingham 34-28 tonight.
All right, that'll do it from the Snake Pit. Thank you very much for being out here tonight. It was a big weekend, Hall of Fame weekend, with an unbelievable cast inducted into the Mount Carmel Sports Hall of Fame. But the night belonged to the Olney Tigers. Somebody had to end the Mount Carmel streak, and it was our friends to the north in Richland County. They've been waiting since 1982 to beat Mount Carmel, and they did it tonight in a resounding fashion. They beat the Aces 33-6 at the home of the Aces. Mount Carmel now 3-3 travels to Casey Westfield next Saturday. It's an afternoon game of Week 7, and the Aces will have to somehow bounce back. And congratulations to the Tigers. They roll on at 6-0. And now from Riverview Stadium, beautiful Riverview Stadium for Kyle Peach, I'm Scott Allen. Good night, everybody. Thank you very much. Good night.